This is my first time recording in like several months. Joey usually handles that, but I do have obviously a nice new laptop now, but it's like we don't do a ton of episodes not together or when we do one, either Nate's there or there without me. So it's like, oh, okay. So I'm
Sure.
like I fucking had all night to get ready and I was like laying on the couch till like 6:40 and I was like, oh yeah, like my headphones are still packed from Crü Falls. Then I found the headphones, but I couldn't find the cord and that was in the back. It was like in a different part in my suitcase and had to get my drinks. Had to go find some socks and underwear because I was just fucking Winnie pooing it after the shower. And I didn't have any goddamn clean clothes upstairs because who puts their clothes away when they can just live in the basement by the fucking washer and dryer for weeks? I hope I didn't fuck ourselves because I like when I created the Zoom, I set it up like I don't know, I just like OCDly was in there fucking with it and set a time as like a start time and an end time and just like ballparked it and assuming that it like wouldn't kick us out. But now I've got like a
Oh,
countdown clock and I'm like,
Oh,
fuck.
I think it counts up after, but I could be wrong.
I'd hope because we got 2 hours and 12 minutes to wrap this up if it kicks us out. But worst
I
case, I'll
gotcha.
just send the link real quick and
I
we
was
can
gonna
wrap.
say you can reset it too, and
Yeah, I'm like keep looking at it. I'm like it's like it won't let me edit it now, fucker. But
it's
hopefully
not
I
like
can.
we're live. So
Yeah, it'll be good.
Honk, honk! Honk, honk!
And welcome back to the Unpaid and Underrated podcast. Ah, I fucked that one up. All right, Nate'll just leave that one in, I'm sure.
That first one sounded really good though.
Yeah,
Before I
yeah,
interrupted you,
yeah, yeah. That was like that was I was literally
that
I was
was the one,
we just
wasn't
have
it?
that we just gotta have that butterfly effect and go back to that exact time. All right, and welcome back to episode 3 of the Unpaid and Underrated podcast. We are a podcast for crew, by crew, and constantly, inundated by crew on the podcast. That's kind of why we're here. We get everybody, get together and just shoot the shit. So this is a nice special episode for everybody this week. This is the third annual Crü Falls recap, and I had to go back and verify that because I couldn't remember if year one we actually did a recap. I know I would have talked about it, but I don't know if it was like a dedicated episode, and I think it was more or less was. So third annual, and hopefully we can keep this thing going and just have a good time. So we have a big roster of crew tonight. There is, let's see, we got Big Trond. Say
howdy.
everybody knows him. We got Mr. Big Brandon O'Doyle. Brandon Doyle.
Sup?
We got Big Jakey.
Yo,
We got Mr. Big Lou, the Fireball Man himself.
So let me tell you what we're going to talk about here. We got a lot of it.
Then we have Big Hannah.
Yo.
The only local one. We had to get one local, so we were glad it's you. We had to get our favorite. And I am Big Keith, joined as always by no co-host tonight. Debo might pop in a little later. He was working. If not, we still got a solid crew right here as is. Anyone drinking anything fancy they want to talk about?
well,
Big
go
Lou.
ahead, Luke.
Yep. I think we all have a vague idea what you might have, Lou.
First off, you got a 50% chance of getting one of them right. But I will say, I made sure to stock up on this before we went up to Crü Falls because I know they don't sell it in Crü Falls. Got me a nice couple of lovely real American beers,
Oh, nice.
courtesy of the Hulkster himself. Rest in
R.I.P.
peace, brother. Yep, I enjoy them. I know some people have some things to say about it, but I enjoy it, so I'm going to keep buying it as long as I can.
Nice. Good deal. Anybody else got anything fancy or special?
Just flat water tonight from the old Louisville Water Company.
Nice.
Right.
I got a Breckenridge Christmas ale. There we
Nice.
go. Because it is Christmas time, and we had an ice storm here in Chamberlain. So feeling a little Christmassy, and then a little later, once this my space heater heats this puppy up, I got a polar orange vanilla seltzer in honor of being with the Glaze himself. So
Nice. Did it an ice storm and then tramping out to the shed in your backyard.
Yeah.
I just envision your shed has got to be
Yeah.
like 200 feet from your house or something. So
I threw about 20 pounds of ice melt down
okay, that
between
helps.
my back door and my shed.
That's smart man. So you have just like this worst ground in the spring.
Oh, it's I
just,
I literally
dead patch of mud.
I literally slid down my sidewalk down my driveway to the street this morning. And I had to walk back up on the yard to get to my car.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Oh,
I bet your
yeah.
car had a good time in that too, I bet. Big Jake, you got
Yeah.
anything, buddy?
Nothing crazy. I've got a fireball for Lou, and I've just got flat water like Big Brandon, but You got the Metalnomic sticker on the cup, so
Love it.
I'm ready.
This is better.
What about you, Hannah? Anything good?
A crispy Waterloo.
Nah, ooh, is that the? Oh no, I think I had one of those a couple weeks. What do I have? Oh, I got a bubbly. I think I ran out of my Waterloo, but I did drink one of those a couple weeks ago. Good stuff. As far as wearing, I just got the Buddy Light shirt on. I'm gonna just go around and describe people just to make it quicker. Big Tron's got a little hoodie on. Brandon's got the Squats shirt on. Jakey's got the U hoodie and a quarter zip with something else, all kinds of goodies.
I'm
Huge.
layered up.
Oh yeah, Big
Yeah.
Lou's rocking the huge life cutoff. So that's one of his big famous lats popping out there. And Big Hannah is rocking this awesome webcam she got just for us. She texted me today at like noon or something. I was like, oh God, I'm so sorry to let you know. I literally don't have a webcam for tonight. And I was like, well, you're in my mind, I was like, well, you're not getting out of this, goddamn it, Hannah. So, we were just going to roll with the punches. And then she texted me a couple hours later and with a picture of a cam, video camera, not a video camera, a webcam. There you go. That's the word I was evading me. So yeah, we are rolling and we're seeing Hannah in 4K.
And he told me I could bill Tanner for this.
Absolutely. Yes,
so
100%.
Tanner, if you're listening, expect this in the mail.
Yeah. Yep. That is 100% what I would like to do.
And Tanner will tell you can just collect from Tommy. Beans is in town already, so just go over to his house and help yourself to whatever equal value you can get.
That's fair. I mean, that's what we were supposed to like. I walked away with so much shit when we left Tommy. It's like that was the deal, right? Like my pockets were very full when I left. Like he's missing all his 2.5-pound Strenko plates and a variety of other things that fit in the pocket. That would be kind of scummy. Can you imagine if like no one coming to Crü Falls, but like you never know. Like some people could like be.
I could see somebody like accidentally take, like they threw something in their pocket or whatever. Like I don't know, one of the grippers or something like that went to set it down or something like that. But they'd be pretty quick to get it back. I'm pretty sure.
For sure.
What a dagger! People stealing from Tommy and taking a shit in his bathroom.
Stole pride from him with that.
Yeah, that's one thing I haven't done. I do kind of have a little. Has anybody heard of the app called Places I Poop?
No, but that actually would sound familiar. That would be beneficial, especially if it gives you recommendations.
I'm not sure if it gives recommendations because I had it and it was malfunctioning, so I think I got it right before it got an update. But it's legitimately just wherever you are, tag it when you're there, and it just. I don't know if it compares it with other people of how many places you have, but it's something I was really intrigued in for a little bit.
That is pretty funny.
I think Kurt could have used that this weekend. Sounds like he was dumping all over town.
Well, all right. Well, speaking of dumping all over town, how did you guys think about last week's episode of Massonomics Podcast? Well, no, that was actually better than taking a dump. Which one was that? That was the call-in episode. So how many people here got featured on that? I at least see 2. So Big Brandon and Big Jake. Jake, what did you think of the call-in episode? Was the highlight your part, I'm assuming?
I loved it. Loved it. Those are my favorite episodes. You get to hear from Crü, so I'm all in.
Nice. Brandon, I know you enjoyed that. Was that your first time getting on your voice on there, or was that something you already knocked off the card?
That was first time.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty. I was about half asleep. The Eastern time zone out here, so it was pushing pretty late, but it was good. Good to get that.
Just think that's one step closer to getting into that premium jacket level.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a prestigious award.
We got some jackets in here, huh?
Oh
yeah,
a few. Yeah, I see 2 of them. I did enjoy the episode. We probably don't. We're all just going to assume we rated it 5 out of 5, so we can knock that out. The one thing I will touch on is Tommy kicking us out early, and then I called him out on that a little bit in person. I was like, "Why'd you kick us out, man?" And he's like, "Oh, I guess we usually don't do that on call-in episodes." I was like, "No, I think that contributed to why you had so many. Like, not to say that you don't get a lot of people that go right to voicemail, but like, I know all the East Coast people were like, "Oh, they kicked us out. I guess they're just going to shoot the shit and go to bed because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just going to go to bed." And that was kind of disappointing to miss out on that tail end of it, but it is all good. The one thing I really did enjoy though is Tanner was literally pulling tidbits from a lot of people's U episodes to shoot the shit about. Like when it was Fit Matt Fat Matt, he was asking him about like philanthropy. That's not the right word, but you know what I'm trying to say. So just like there was multiple occurrences where he was like, "Oh, you were just on U and this, that, and the other." I was just like, "Oh." So I always like when they can pull from our podcast to help theirs. That's kind of why we're here. Anybody else?
Tanner has the mind of a steel trap. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I met him at at home Gym Con for the first time and meeting him in Crü Falls. I was like, hey, I don't know if you remember or not. And he was like, yeah, of course I remember. Yeah. And it was like right as he was coming in, he was with Mini Action Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And he remembered it. And for a guy like me, I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't think very many. I would be highly, highly shocked if anyone ever walked away from a conversation with Tanner and was just kind of like, I got a kind of cold shoulder, man, that prick. Like, I just don't think that, like, even if he, like, and I think his interpretation, he might think he's cold shouldering someone, but he still talked to him for like 2 minutes. And it's just kind of.
Sometimes he'll do the, have you met Keith?
Oh, yeah, he got me with that.
Now that you mention that, that actually, I've actually noticed that a handful of times without actually noticing it.
Let's see, what do we got? We got Alan Larson's gym tour. Anybody get a chance to consume that one today on the old YouTubers?
I'm halfway through on that one. It was cool to meet him at Crü Falls, and I didn't know who he was. And so it was cool when he popped up on my YouTube feed. I was told my wife, I'm like, hey, I met that guy last weekend at the thing I went to. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, that is kind of a good selling point for these meetups. It's just like, literally just makes it easier when you see him again in the future or stuff like that. I think I might reach out to Tanner and be like, do you have the backlog of who else's episodes are coming up? Like, I pretty much know most of the videos, but I would like to make sure that like people that got their gym tours are at least on my radar to be on the podcast. And I kind of did the New York trip. I ended up scheduling like 2 or 3 of those guys specifically from that trip, or at least put it in their ear that I'd like to get them on, but like show me that you've done a couple episodes and then we'll get you on. And, everyone's kind of followed through on that. And we got a handful of new episodes coming up. That's for the most part. That's general topics. We'll hit you with a little affiliate read here before I let Jake do the sponsor read, and in about 30 seconds or so. Got to give him the little warning. So Obsidian Ammonia. Looks like he was at Travis. I think Joey calls him. He looks like he had surgery. I saw. So hopefully he's doing better. So go out and spend a bunch of money at Obsidian and help him with his recovery. Plate snacks, can't really go wrong there. If you want stickers, if you want badges for your plate tree, your weight stacks, all kinds of bling that he can put on pretty much anything. Go to Plate Snacks, use code UNPAID, and then Big Chris and Randy at Belt Fed Strength. Every time I hear someone talking about other people's belts, outside of Pioneer, sure, if you want a Pioneer belt, go for it. But like, no one's gonna make as cool of a belt as Chris and Randy. And then go slap a PAL on it. So you're still supporting Pioneer if you're a Pioneer fan, but you really can't go wrong with a custom belt from Belt Fed Strength or any of their accessories. And Jakey, what do you want to tell us about Massonomics?
Listen, last weekend, Crü Falls, it was one of the highlights of my year. So if you're out there, this is from the heart. If you're out there and you're probably already aware of Massonomics, spend the few dollars a month, become a part of Crü, and take part. Crü Falls, lift hard, lift easy, get up there, meet some people. You won't regret it. I promise you. Let's go.
Nice.
Good deal. And just one last sponsor we want to touch base on. This podcast is brought to you by Big Joey's birthday. Happy birthday, Big Joey, when this comes out. You're 1 year older, you old son of a bitch.
Happy birthday, Joey.
Happy birthday, Joey.
All right. I'm going to set you up. Tell me as much of your name as you want to, where they can find you, etc. So, Big Trond, who are you? Where are you at?
My name's Big Trond. I'm in Chamberlain, South Dakota. You can find me on the Discord, and that's about it, except for maybe like a Facebook post from like 2016. Other than that, yeah, I've got an Instagram. I don't think I ever check it.
Nope, I've tagged you in like
Usually
30
a
things. I
problem.
don't think you've ever seen a one.
It causes some issues.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, no, that's all I got.
Good deal. Brandon, who are you? Where are you from, etc.?
Brandon Doyle from Louisville, Kentucky, where I have the O'Doyle Rules Barbell Club here. And yeah, I have an Instagram, O'Doyle_basement_rules. Just happy to be here.
Good deal. Hannah, who are you? Where are you at?
Big Hannah here in the lovely Crü Falls. I technically also have Instagram. I'm really bad about checking it, but it is just h.bowling, BOHLING. And maybe in 4 weeks, I will get back to a message that you send me.
And then on Discord, you are Big Mana,
Big Mana.
not to be confused with Big Mana's husband,
Correct.
who is Big Grayson. Big Lou, who you are?
I am Big Lou, residing out of Bellevue, Nebraska currently, a little suburb of Omaha, to make it easier for everybody. At Lou Nutter, make it nice and simple, just half my first name and my last name. I mean, I feel like if you see me, you got a pretty good idea of who I am. If you see my Instagram, you get a pretty good idea of who I am, what I do. I do want to make a mention about you. We talked about Obsidian earlier. I chatted with Travis earlier. I got a nice shipment of ammonia from him and talked to him because he reshared one of my stories today. He is out of surgery. He's at home recovering. Everything went well. Everything went great. So
beautiful.
Wishing a nice speedy recovery for him. So just had to make sure and throw that in there.
Appreciate that. Big Jakey, close us out here.
Yeah, absolutely. Big Jakey 121 on Instagram. Also at Anchor Barbell Club at Instagram. I'm in Southern Indiana, about 15 minutes from Big Brandon.
Nice. All right. Well, I think it's time we dive into this. It's there's so many topics. Traveling in. Anybody have any? I'm just going to I think my intent is going to keep it somewhat chronological, but we'll veer off and go this way and go that way. But I got to have some kind of baseline, so chronological to some extent. So traveling in, anybody have any horror stories or anything like that? Nope.
That was pretty smooth for me.
Good. Love it. Awesome. So so tell us, you can briefly touch on, was there, Brandon, you flew out with a bunch of the guys, right?
Yeah. So Debo, Jakey, and I.
Easier, you think?
It was definitely more fun.
Yeah.
And it was easier just because we could kind of, bullshit around the airport together, pass the time for sure. We had a really short layover. We flew into Minneapolis and then we had a short layover, and then flying to South Dakota, we had to get our plane de-iced, so that pushed it back just a little bit. But other than that, real smooth flight. Nothing really crazy. Jake, am I missing anything?
Was it easy to spot each other?
Yeah.
With the apparel?
Super easy. We were all in Massonomics gear, so walking to the gate, I saw Brandon, I saw Debo. These are my people. Let's go.
Nice. All right.
I will say that Jake, so Debo and I sat together the whole time, but Jake was like, I'm going to do first class because I don't know if you know this, but Jake's part of the 1%. So he's just like super rich. Like he took a limousine to the airport. He wouldn't even ride with Debo and I. That's true story.
Nice.
It is what it is. I mean, I got an image to obtain. So here we go.
So Pizza Ranch, did you make it to Pizza Ranch, Hannah?
Yeah, I was late because I was picking up Big Af from the airport, so it's his fault. But Don't worry, I ate enough to be burping up pizza all night.
And Big Lou, we didn't see you did we see you Friday night? I don't think we did we? No, we saw you
Friday
late Friday.
night.
Yeah, you made it
late
to
Friday.
Monks, right? Late.
Yep.
Good deal. We were still good ahead.
Yep, because I drove up. I only took off 2 hours early, so I worked at the beginning of the day, and then it's a 2.5 hour drive for me, between 2.5 and 3, depending on traffic. So I was able to get out a good time, make some pretty good time with traffic, and went in, checked into my hotel, checked in with you guys at Monks. I'm a little sad, but at the same time, not very sad that I missed out on Pizza Ranch because
Pizza Ranch wasn't the highlight.
Well, I'm sure a handful of the people here know this, but the older that you get, the more that certain foods do not tolerate. You do not tolerate those foods very well anymore. And Pizza Ranch is one of them. And I have this lovely deal where if it's foods that I think are delicious, even though I know they're bad for me, I don't stop eating them until I'm miserable. And then it's just pain and suffering after that.
Yeah, this might have been a good thing to miss that then. We almost missed it. Me, Brandon, Jake, and Debo, we had an Airbnb right next to Los, where we knew we were going to spend a lot of time. And there's a Pizza Ranch right next to there. But that is not the Pizza Ranch where we get together with Crü, because we get to there's 2 Pizza Ranches in Sioux Falls, and one's a lot closer to Tommy's house. So Pizza Ranch is the one by Tommy's house. And we didn't realize that. Well, I knew that from last year, but I just wasn't really thinking. And I walk in, and we, like 3 or 4 of us pay. And then I go to the bathroom, and I'm like, man, this is not the fucking right pay. There's like 5 massive like rooms that are all like labeled and shit. And I'm kind of looking around, and I'm like, dude, this is not the right place. So we deduced, and once we actually found the Discord link or the Massonomics like thing, I was like, oh yeah, we definitely were in the wrong place. But funny enough, it wasn't just our car; it was our car plus who was it? It was Kurt and Gary, and then I think was it someone else or just those two? Maybe it was just those two because they
They
also
had just got done working out at
yeah
the gym.
yeah, and they also have an Airbnb like in the same area. So it was at least two more guys. So
Oh,
most
Big
of
Spicy was with them too.
okay, so yeah, several of us, and then I had no confidence that the guy was going to give us a refund because we were all individual orders, and then like, but I got lucky. There was a manager walking right by, and I kind of sweet talked him, and I think he thought it was like a party of five that had paid as one. So then when I realized, once he realized there was like a line of five people trying to get their $14 back, he was like, "Fuck you, guy." He was not happy, but he let us out, and we did make it over to the second place. God, there was at least 30 of us there, probably. You know, not no exaggeration. There was 30 of us at Pizza Ranch. We're there for about an hour and a half or so, and then headed over to Tommy's. That was so three of us had been there before, so I guess I don't. No. So yeah, I guess it was just yeah. Trond wasn't there, Lou wasn't there, but the other four of us were. So Jake and Brandon seeing Tommy's for the first time. What do you think it compared to Instagram?
Brain, go for it, man. You got
All
a
right.
good story about this.
Oh, well, it's just on Instagram and like his videos and things like that, or even when he's doing some, uh, Massonomics videos for YouTube. I always thought it was like perpendicular to what it is, like in my head for some reason, like the way you walk in. And then so like when I walked in immediately, I was just like, oh, this is backwards to what I thought in my head. So it was kind of cool. I mean, it's also much bigger than I thought. He always says it's a whole one stall, but I'm just like,
Yeah, but it's
okay,
inside of a fucking 4 stall or 3 stall garage or something too. So it's a
right. It's about the size of your garage, right, Keith?
yeah. It's like I mean, if you count like my house as part of it, like his garage is bigger than my house, my basement, and my garage. I think so. It's be nice to have that South Dakota space. But
Yeah,
I
his gym was
went.
awesome.
It was awesome, and I'm after their review. I'm seriously considering the leg curl leg extension that
Oh
Tommy
yeah, yeah.
has. Yeah. And I talked to him on Saturday. He goes, "Did you try it?" I was like, "Well, no, but I saw a lot of people trying it, and it looked pretty sick." So I'm in on that. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
No.
Yeah.
So I got to town right when everybody was leaving. So
Mhm.
as I was driving in, I saw Tanner coming out and a whole string of guys. So I pulled up and I ended up being able to pick up Big Lauren, his dad Darren, and American Joey,
Oh,
um,
nice. Oh,
and
so
then
you did
ride
go
them
right.
up.
So you did end up going to Tommy's first then.
Yeah, so I
Awesome.
went straight to Tommy's just in
Awesome.
case,
Yeah, that's cool.
like there were still a few people milling around, but
Nice.
saved those guys having to pay for an Uber ride and
Yeah.
got to meet Darren and Lauren and Joey. And they were all great. And then, yeah, I'm sure there'll be a few stories about
Oh yeah.
Darren buying drinks for the rest
I was
of
just
the
gonna say,
weekend because
did he
holy crap.
manage to buy you a beer in your own truck, literally like with no
You know,
I bet he did. Like, I bet he was kept looking around for a fucking bartender to like
you
buy you
know,
a beer.
if he would have known that there was beer in my cooler in the back seat, he
He would have
probably would have gotten
he would have just been started feeding it to you. Yeah, no, he caught me a couple times at the end of the night. He was all excited to congratulate me for my jacket and whatnot, and he's just a great dude.
Yeah,
So the grip
absolutely.
gauntlet as a whole, Hannah, how did you perform in that overall? Do you think you
Oh, awesome. I got dead last, just like last year.
nice? I think I was right behind you. What did the tricky part was when they had you pair off with just anyone, quote unquote, randomly, and then it was an elimination fucking round. The dynamometer. So they did the dynamometer. The first, it basically the whole round essentially was elimination. So it was like March Madness versus last year where it was like, all right, you got 190, this guy got 192, you lost. It was like you could have had this because who was it? Big Colton was up against Tom, I think. And so those both guys probably would have made it to like the Elite Eight or the Final Four essentially, but Colton went out in the first round, even though his best score was probably like in the top five. But it's just the way they did elimination. It's just kind of the luck of the draw. So Tanner was pretty proud of himself for that random assignment of partner.
I did like their categories, how they were lining people up though.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I always like when there's no
Yeah.
thought to it. They're just
yep,
like, who's the oldest here?
yep.
Or
On the
who's
fly.
taller?
Yeah, on the
So
fly we did that. They did
that was
that for
good.
sure. That was fun.
Yeah, I was up against Big Anthony in the first round, and he goes,
That's a hard draw.
"Well,
For
I've never touched whatever you call that.
Dynamometer.
Dynamometer.
How would you
I've
Dinosaurs.
never touched one in my
Yep.
life." And he goes, "You know, I finished third in this, right?" And I go, "Okay, all right, fine, whatever." I had
Humble
no
brag there,
expectations.
Anthony.
None. I smoked his ass.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm like, all right, yeah, let's go. And so I wound up holding my own.
Oh, that's right.
But
You did finish pretty far. It's
yeah,
hard to
I
remember.
went.
It's hard to
I
remember everything,
went.
man. It was such a long
Yeah,
weekend
but it's the luck of the draw,
for sure.
and I did okay. So I'm old, so I wound up against other masters athletes. So I held my own.
I kind of liked that a little bit better than, I mean, I wasn't there the year prior, but just from the video, I thought that was cool to have kind of like a knockout scenario because you had like
Yeah.
multiple opportunities to A, screw up or A, like rise above and do really good.
Mhm.
So I thought that was just kind of a cool aspect of it.
It was
They
more
went a lot
engaged.
faster too.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
well, I think I think the opposite though, because I think last year it was just you do your number and you write it down, and then someone has to go and tally it. Like there wasn't a progression last year; it was just one and done. And then, but so I think overall the whole thing went faster because we did get some better organization on it. But the first round was kind of cool to get to. I don't know, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. The whole thing was fun. The only downside of it was fucking they let Paul win for some reason. I still don't understand that. I'm not really sure
Yes.
how he figured that one out.
He's got catcher's mitts for hands.
Yeah.
So.
Dude, yeah,
Yeah.
I finally got a good look at his hands, and he's got some paws on him. Plus, he used
Yep.
to be 330 pounds. So, I mean, you look at his calves, you look at his hands, you can tell he was I mean, he's still a big boy, but you can tell he was even bigger boy. And I was talking to Tanner about it, I think on Friday, and he even said, "It's like, yeah, like whatever we do, we just can't let Paul win." And he started looking at all the numbers and everything. It's like, oh, shit, like we can't not do that without not being fair to him.
Yeah.
It's like I
So
said,
they were
earlier
trying
in
to
the
structure it to not let him win, but it was just Paul's got some paws on him.
well, Paul's big. He's a big cheater, as far as I'm concerned. I wasn't there, but I just know he was cheating. And his secret is he uses other people's best attempts. He tries other people's best, and
He
he
must have taken all of mine then.
steals
Yeah.
from everybody else.
There were I won't name names, but there were some people fucking cheating on the horse stall mat hold for time because like in the rules it very much clearly said no fingertip grips because they didn't want to do the fucking
Oh, no fingernail
blood.
grip.
Yeah, sorry, yes, that's what I meant,
Yeah.
fingernail. And I definitely like I don't know, maybe nobody did, but I swear there was some fingernails going on for sure.
Yeah.
And there was some like let me kind of rest this on my quads a little bit happening too, rather than actually holding it. So that might have to get a little more better clarified next year, big Tanner, because I don't think
Right.
anyone really cared, but there was definitely some like, what the fuck is this shit going on?
Big
least-
referee.
My favorite part of that one is Paul writing my score down, and it just said "nice try," LOL in the space.
Fuck, I think I just woke Stephanie up with that laugh. Damn it. Thanks, Hannah. Tanner walking around. That was when he did the Crü Falls card this year as opposed to the sticker. So I think that's kind of they're going all in on these trading cards as well as Hogan, but we'll do Tanner's first. So we all got the Crü Falls trading card. Very cool, and I really liked how he also he gave out some bonus cards, some bonus of the basic ones, or what's the name he uses for the basic cards?
Commons.
Yeah, the commons. So he kind of like if you were there and you didn't at least get to fill some voids in your common collection, that's your own fault.
Yep.
And he also like second and third place at the grip gauntlet, and I think like big, I think he gave them out to some at Los as well. He gave out some rares, so like I think that's really cool because for them it's kind of cool because we get more cards out of it, and they also get an easy way to reward people that like isn't them going out and buying a bunch of random shit all the time, and like it's not all specialized, prizes. It's just like all right, well we have these made already, they mean something to people because we've put this meaning onto them, so it's cost effective for them and it's cool and smart for us. So I don't know, I think it was pretty cool all the way around.
Yeah,
So
he came at Los Campeones. He came up to me and said, "Do you have a Pueblo card?" And I was like, "No," and I absolutely did, but I didn't know what to say, so I was like, "No, all right, fine, yeah." So I have
it is
two
very much
Pueblos.
it's very
That's
much
fine.
hard to remember.
Now you got some trading ammo there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, let's go.
I had to
Yeah.
text Stephanie to be like, send me a picture of my cards, and I think I need to make a spreadsheet of what I have now too. And then that leads us to we'll get to Hogan's cards in a bit. Let's see. So Paul won. Fuck Paul. Got to cross that one off the list. Prize
villain.
player cards. I guess what else? Nobody had tiger meat at Tommy's, but I know you broke out some tiger meat that night at Monk's, maybe.
yeah, I had it at Monk's. I don't think I ever brought it in.
Oh, okay. Well, so it was at Lowe's then. Yeah, I
Was it
definitely
Lowe's?
saw people.
Yeah,
I
you sure
definitely
brought it into the gym though.
Yeah.
Yep.
I definitely saw someone consume tiger meat.
I tried
see
it
that.
for the
Nice.
first time.
All right. What do you think?
I was a fan for sure. It took me a second to kind of like the first, like as soon as it was in my mouth, I was like, all right, this is raw minced meat. And so it gave me a second to like think about it. And then I'm like, oh, but it's good. Like the seasoning's good. The cracker's good. Like it was a good,
Oh, yeah.
it was overall a good experience.
Crackers a must.
Yeah. No. And I messed up. I didn't bring a spoon. So all the crackers were busting off in there. But
Gotta use your fingers.
yeah, I should have just been handing out handfuls is what I
Oh,
should
yeah.
have.
Yeah.
I mean, we all pretty much have the same germs that weekend anyway. So
Yeah.
it works
God,
out.
I'm like, I mean, it's been what? I think if we were going to get a cold, would have got it by now, I'm hoping. So, like, I think at least I'm in the clear. I don't know. You guys might be sick, but I think as long as I don't get sick, that's all I care about.
And I think a little chalk would definitely add to the flavor. I mean,
God.
yeah, just really
The
tie it
video,
all together.
like,
So
we fucked Tommy's floor up good. It was the best. But then, like, the even the better part was like his video today where it's just all gray and smeared and like just he just like half-assed attempt to clean it just made it so much worse, and it's just funny as shit.
yeah, 'cause
Dude, chalk is a pain in the ass to clean up. I tried to
Uh-huh.
clean up some of it because from some of the dummies at one of the gym that I go to that spill it everywhere, and started wiping it, and all it was doing is just spreading. Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
as-
That's
as
not
I was
good.
leaving with all the guys, Tommy opened his garage door and he was trying to sweep all the chalk out with the big broom.
It's like a baby powder when it just absorbs into everything.
Did anybody I'm assuming everyone came home with about 20 extra stickers and when they left their house?
No.
That's always the cool thing. If you haven't experienced that yet in person, have a way to like, because the worst part is like putting them in your pocket and then like pulling them out that night and they're all fucking crimped up and stuff. So putting them in
Get
your
a purse,
wallet,
Keith.
yeah, putting them in your
Get
wallet isn't
fanny
the
pack.
worst idea. I ended up packing. I had a koozie, so I put them in a koozie, and then I just ended up. They just lived in a koozie the rest of the weekend, so that was pretty good. But yeah, fanny pack would work for sure. I think
I think-
Masconomics.
If only there was a specific Massonomics item that they have sold a couple times,
Yeah.
like a fanny pack.
Sticker holder. That's what they call it. I
Yeah.
think.
Hey, I got there. No, it was last year at Crü Falls that I got the second fanny pack, and that had a lot of stickers in it by the end of the.
See, that's a good idea. Re-release it labeled as a sticker holder, and then
Yep.
they can upcharge it,
Oh yeah.
and then everyone has to buy it again.
Absolutely. It's a different, unique item.
collector. It's a collector collector item.
Yep.
So,
Did anybody get the first fanny pack that they came out with?
I've never
Yeah.
had a fanny.
I think is this the first one?
Yep, that was the first one. I love that thing. That thing was
Yep.
awesome. But my problem with fanny packs is I wear them so much to the point where they're ready to bust at the seams. So
Sure.
I had to retire it.
A lot of fireball you got to keep in there. You
Yeah.
know?
Mhm.
That's how I pick my fanny packs, is how many fireballs I can fit in there.
Nice.
I was going to say, do we have a like a spreadsheet of everybody's stickers associated with
No,
their
Oh,
or anything like that?
Give Keith another spreadsheet to
I'm
make.
not
Do that.
No,
I
because
think that should be right up Big Kevin's alley, right? Or
well, the
something.
hard part
you know?
is
like,
we got a couple guys
I
on this
like it.
podcast that are on like their 19th iteration of a sticker, so it's like
well,
Yeah.
well,
we
that's
gotta
just
divide each
They get one. They get one.
That's kind of where I'm at.
there we go. Well, also, I mean, a lot of times I get a bunch of stickers, and by the end of the weekend, I may not have all of my memories intact.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm looking through the stickers. I'm okay. So whose was this one? Whose was this one? I might recognize the gym or something like. I'm like, okay, that's got to be. Ah, dang it, I can't remember.
I think
So I
I
got all these stickers. Yeah. So
I think I had 2 or 3 from this weekend. I did have to take to a couple group chats to be like, "Is this
Sure.
whose is this?" And then it was like, "Oh yeah. I should have known that." But sometimes it's just like I don't know who that. I did. Did I meet that person?
That's why I got my name in mine. Just makes it easier.
Yeah. There you go. That
that's
helps.
smart.
It's
When I get my sticker out, my name will
Oh,
be on it.
Doyle.
You'll know who's.
And then Hannah, did you get a pack of the trading cards from Hogan?
No.
Oh,
Oh, well, I mean, I got the one that he passed out to everybody,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
no.
messed up and I didn't respond to him when he
Oh,
asked me to send
you
him in one. So there is
you
not a
suck.
big mana trading card.
You're the worst. Did I
know.
not message you to look into that? Like, I think Hogan sent me like the list of people that didn't, and then I attempted to follow up with everyone. But that's part of that 4 weeks not checking Instagram stuff. Well, next time I'll just
Yeah.
I should have texted. I know, fuck that. I texted Grayson about it. I think that's your fault, you fuck. I 1,000,000% like texted Grayson's cell phone because I knew
think
you
you
weren't
might
on
have.
Instagram. Oh, you are the worst. If you
I
didn't get
think
the
you
camera,
might
to me,
have.
you would be the worst. But you
I
have
know.
Just because you messaged Grayson about it doesn't mean that got to Hannah.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't fucking know. He's waiting for her birthday to fucking tell her.
He
He'll never
definitely-
find that.
And he
He
doesn't know when that is. So
Exactly.
He did tell me in my defense. And then I was trying to find a picture.
That
Then
is
I
the
was like,
hard
I
part.
can't fucking find one. And then I was like, well, maybe. Yeah, and then I forgot.
That's funny. In your defense, Stephanie has like still working on her pictures as well, and I'm like Hogan jokingly said, like, if she doesn't actually get him to me, it's your fault. And I was like, oh, so hopefully she doesn't collude against me and just not submit it because that'd be sad. But regardless of, so that's a reminder to everyone listening to this. Check your DMs. If you don't follow Hogan, World's Strongest Psychologist, I believe,
Psychologist, yeah.
check your DMs. Go follow him. If you aren't following it, maybe some people might not know this. If you're not actually actively following someone back, like 99% of the time, if not 100% of the time, their messages to you go into a message request or like a separate DM folder. So, if you know you were a guest in the first, where's he at? Is he up to 100 episodes now? I don't know where he's at. Maybe he's, regardless. If you've been a guest in the first 2 years of this podcast, check your DMs if you want to get your crew card. But when you did open your crew card, were you impressed that this is something that Hogan kind of bootstrapped and built all on his own? It was looking pretty cool to me.
It looks sick.
was
As
pleased.
someone that grew up playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, it was equal or better quality.
That's awesome. I'm sure we'll love to hear that. Trond, you ended up getting your sticker pack, right? What'd you think? Because as someone who's not on Instagram, you may not have even known about him unless you're like you read in the up on all the Discord news.
Hannah, you're in really good company.
Oh,
I believe Hogan.
I texted you too, you fucker.
You texted me. Hogan
damn it.
texted me. Hogan DM'd me on Instagram and on Discord, and I had all the text. No, I've got it. I've got the form pulled up on my phone. Got everything filled out. I just got to find the picture. But I'm going to get in on this second one. All right. He said I've got till this weekend. He's
I didn't. That's good. I didn't know if he was going to allow people to resubmit. Okay.
He did say if you missed the first, well, maybe he just told me that because I'm.
Oh yeah, we didn't tell Hannah that because fuck
But
her. Right?
but yes, I was also a giant pile of shit.
This was not where I wanted this to go. I wanted people to talk about how awesome Hogan's cards were. I mean, this is fun.
The cards are
I'm enjoying it, but
like he did still give me a pack, even though he gave me.
Do you think you deserved it though?
No,
probably. No, I shouldn't have.
Lou,
I got some. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lou.
What'd you think of him, Lou? I want to.
You know what? I enjoyed him. I was not expecting it. I guess I didn't know what to expect. Open mind. I kind of told him because I was going back and forth through a couple pictures, and then stumbled upon as I was looking through, stumbled upon a picture of me from the backyard barbecue that I do every year with my lovely American flag themed Bush Light singlet, and figured that was, you know what, that's perfect right there. So got that one, and then I got he gave me the card pack. I honestly didn't know what it was because I was a little thrown off about it, and I didn't even take the time to read it to see what it was. I'm like, I don't know if this is like an air freshener or if this is something special. I'm not supposed to open it. Like, I don't know.
That is funny.
I'm scared to open this thing right now. So I didn't even open it until I got home, realizing that it's 3 more cards there.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, Discord in general, Instagram in general, like it's hard to keep a track on everybody. I know I've been trying to share as much stuff that he puts out about it because it's a really cool venture that he went out on, and it's a very selfless thing. It's really cool. So we're proud of him.
Yeah. The fact that he took the time to do that for every single person that submitted in, like making sure and getting those specific details about somebody on there, like whether it's like Paul with the golden PP on there or like whatever else it may be. Like the fact that he took the time to go through that much detail with all of them, just, brother, you got some commitment there. I know that much.
And while doing all that in the background, as well as working a full-time job and a very high stressful job, and working out 4 or 5 days a week, being super jacked, he also fucking got Tanner and Tommy probably the coolest gift I think I've ever seen a crew member give Tanner and Tommy. So who has the strongest feelings about that? Anybody?
He must have done it to one up Bryce last year, who showed up at Monk's with the Creed record. That he's like, I gotta somehow be able to top this.
I think he knocked it out of the park. So anyone listening that didn't see it on Instagram yet, Hogan had a custom made vinyl three, I think, because he made himself one. So 3 custom made vinyl records with the Massonomics podcast, the very first Massonomics podcast on it, like a side A and a side B. And I think I heard him say he had to speed it up to 1.1 to actually get it to fit on the vinyl. But obviously Tanner's a big vinyl guy, kind of a record guy. He hasn't said that one in a while.
Record guy. We're gonna have to bring that back.
It was just such. It was, and I think I don't. it was kind of like an after the grip party. I think people were kind of trickling out, but I got to watch it firsthand, and like Tanner and Tommy's reaction both was like just. It was very cool to see him get that, and then once you realize what it was, I was like, "That's just even if it wasn't even a real record, even if it's just a fake record, like a fake record like sleeve would have been pretty cool." But to realize it was a real fucking playable record, that was just wild to me. So, and that couldn't
Yeah.
have been that had to be not cheap.
So
I
you gotta have
thought
some
season. Go ahead, Lou.
So I would say you gotta have some resources.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought season 1 was going to be on there. But you get the first episode, you get Tyler.
Oh,
Let's
I mean,
go.
it's
I'm
not a
in.
fucking 2 terabit MP4 player. It's a goddamn record. Oh, but yeah, no, it was.
Now, this is transposing sound waves onto vinyl and then rebroadcasting it. This is Space is
And this was for the Friday. I don't remember it was definitely had no. We'll get into the weather later when it's timely, but like Friday, like to paint a picture for people, wasn't uncomfortable. Like it wasn't. I mean, it was
No.
winter, but it was like it was 30-ish,
Mhm.
right? Like I don't remember it
Yeah,
being.
it was fine.
I don't think
It was easy.
yeah, so it wasn't gnarly out yet. So the calm before is the storm, if you will.
So are we into the snow yet, or are we just talking about the weather?
We'll get to that. I'll just kind of
That was a Saturday event.
yeah, no,
Lou.
I was just trying to paint the picture of how the weather wasn't shit, and then so we're building it up. It's building
Okay,
some
my
excitement. So we'll talk about it in like a half hour. So Monk's Thursday night. I think after Tommy's, everyone most of us did. Some of us went back to our Airbnb. Some of us went back to the hotel. Some of us probably went straight to Monk's, kind of. But we all ended up there at the end. You got I think it was Big Antonio and his wife, I think, got a bunch of tables reserved for us and just kept like, hoarding tables once people had left. So we ended up getting the whole, damn near the whole back of it to where we were fairly spread out amongst crew, and you couldn't really turn one way or other and not see 10 crew sitting at a table. So Big Trond, that's when you made your appearance to most of us. So what do you think? Just a good old time at Monk's?
Oh yeah, that's it's always it's always nice because it's within walking distance of most of the people's hotel, and yeah, that's kind of especially if you miss the grip gauntlet, that's when everybody's there. You come walking in when you're just walking past tables of crew and yeah, it's a good time. This year, I will say, I think the service was a little better than it was last year, as far as uh, keeping track of your order and all of that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, I'm still waiting for her to come get my credit card. They never
from the
didn't.
first one, yeah.
Well,
From
yeah, that too. But this year we had a pretty. I don't what happened, Brandon.
oh, you have a good
So it was a Big Steven, and he's out of Massachusetts. Is that right?
Yes.
So there was probably what, eight of us at that high
I
top.
have every bit of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
At least.
and we all got. I mean, like I know Jakey and I had like 8
Mhm.
beers each, and
Too many.
yeah, everybody got. I mean, we had appetizers, we had everything, and we go to settle up at the end of the night, and then Darren, the rest of the night, I mean, he bought me at least 140 beers.
Yeah.
So I mean, and shout out to Big Darren for that. But at the end of the night, we get, finally find the waitress and ask for our tab, and she's like, "Oh, you all been taken care of hours ago. Like an hour ago, you were taken care of." So we figured it out. It was Big Steven. So shout out to Big Steven for taking care of us.
Appreciate that,
So.
friend. And then touched base with him, I think, a couple days ago, and he actively started his podcast consumption. I think he knocked out the first 10 episodes like on his travels or within like the last few days. So very cool. So stay tuned. Get him on the podcast sometime in 26, I'm sure. But yeah, that was one of I think 3 new people I met. That's the cool thing for me. I was like, oh, cool, but like I do like meeting the new people. For me, I guess it's slightly less overwhelming because you got Brandon and Jake. A lot of people probably met 15 new people or 10 new people, whereas I kind of like, I've had a pretty good handle on most of the crew, but it is kind of nice to be like, oh, I do not know who you are. And then those are the people that I forget their names the entire fucking weekend and have to keep asking people, what was that guy's name again? I can't fucking remember that guy's name. And then you add beer to that and it gets really confusing. I'm like, wait, but yeah,
Right.
Monks was good.
I will have to caveat my statement on Monk's service. It might have had something to do with Big Darren got our table too.
Oh yeah,
So-
he could see that. Yeah, that would ruin it because she'd be like, "Well, I'm bringing it to this guy, so who's paying for it?" And Darren had to drop $2,000 that weekend just on fucking
He
abs.
was
He was
no,
dropping bands.
yeah, he was dropping bands, man.
Yep.
He kept on just saying how much fun he was having and how much how much he liked everybody he was meeting and how great just conversations he was having with all these crew kids and he just came along because he didn't want his son to have to come there big long by himself and yeah I think he had a good time.
Yeah, so
I know he made me have a good time. So
I'm trying to think
that
what-
also he the guy. I specifically told the waitress that there was a couple beers that I got that he said he picked up, and I specifically told her, I'm like, hey, like I know he said he got those two. Please put those on my tab because I know I'm going to drink a lot. And then I go to pay at the end of the night. She's like, oh no, you're taken care of. He got those already.
Yeah.
An asshole.
Yeah.
How dare?
How dare you be nice, you
Yeah,
son of a bitch.
But that, I mean, honestly, like that's crew. Like
Yeah.
we're all buying drinks for each other. We're
Yep.
all there to have a good time. And like no matter where we went, Darren, yeah, he bought a bunch of beer, liquor, whatever for everybody. But like we're there to have a ball, and we did.
It was like he is the prime example of somebody that was just the absolute most happy to be there, like happy to see
Yep.
everybody have a good time because if everybody was having a good time, he was gonna have a good time.
Yep.
If he was having a good time, that means everybody else is gonna have an even better time. It was just a vicious cycle of just a lot of stuff going on.
Yep.
So what time who's the let's see. We left really not super late, but it was I don't know, 10 or so maybe. I don't remember getting back to the Airbnb that late. Jake, what do you think? What time we leave?
It was way past your bedtime, I know that much.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
There was let me put it this way, at least 50% of the people had already left by the time we pulled out of there. I just
Yep.
don't know how late some other like I'm sure Trond probably closed Monk's Dead. Like who was were people there till like I was at a bar or a restaurant too. So like
They close at 10, I think.
Okay, so
10 something.
So we might have got out there right before they closed anyway. So just some of you
it opened a little later for us then because it was
okay. You were there past 10?
well I was trying to remember. I didn't get back to my hotel till 11 something almost.
Okay, so they
anyway.
maybe they did a late last call then.
With the number of people that were still drinking, they probably put pen to paper and realized, hey, we can't afford not to stay open.
They begrudgingly did that last year too, but I think it's because their service was so slow. They felt bad that we sat there for so long without getting anything.
But it wasn't much longer after you left, Keith.
Good deal.
Like maybe an hour after you
Nice.
guys got out. So
So there was a few different crew. So we will give an update. This was not the Airbnb situation that Big Matt Sonningling put everybody through last year. That horrible Airbnb that caused so many memes and pictures and horror stories. We did not have that, and I know that at least three different
bonding experience.
Yeah, no, I mean, I thought that having my own bedroom and two separate bathrooms between four dudes was the great bonding experience. I think sleeping on a fucking floor would have been an anti-bonding experience because I would have fucking hated every person in that house by the time I got off the floor. But no, I thought it was great. Big Jake, Brandon, and Debo brought me into a little four-way they were having, and they needed a fourth for the Airbnb, and I glad yep four tips touching as Brandon just showed me. Thought it was great. We had a little scare when we first got there. It did take us about 3 hours. It took us 7 hours to actually finally get checked in because we were trying to do early check-in. The guy changed the code, but then didn't remember to do it. We were trying to go to Bryce's house. Bryce gave me the code to his garage like a month ago, but then when I went to go find it, I couldn't find it, and I couldn't get a hold of him. We were right by his fucking house. Then we went back to the Airbnb because the guy said, "Oh yeah, the door will be open." Door still wasn't fucking open. Finally got the answer back from Bryce. Go back to Bryce's. Did get a tour, perfect little sweeties, and it all of 30 some degrees that it was in there. But we were probably there for 15, 20 minutes, just getting some pictures. And Brandon made me do a double-legged standing fucking leg curl that I literally did like a half a rep on and about fell on my face. So that was interesting.
Stolen Valor.
Yeah, you tried Little Sweetie's jacket on, didn't you?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Was it not
think
you?
It's me. No,
It must have been Debo because he's not here.
it was Debo for sure.
Yeah, that fucker.
And the whole time, like we're trying to make it just to some destination, like pinballing back and forth from the Airbnb and Bryce's house. I had to use the bathroom like 10 out of 10. Like, and not one I could just go outside for. Like, I
Yes.
had to go to the bathroom. And like, oh man, I was so happy when I walked into the Pizza Ranch and there was nobody in the bathroom. So,
Because there was some,
Oh,
the first Pizza Ranch was full, but then we realized it was not the
yeah.
right one. So that actually worked out better because if we had to wait for you to do your business and while we were trying to go to the other one, it would have been fine. But yes, that was a common thread of us driving around. I could tell you guys were kind of like, oh, I saw this football field for the seventh time in the last 45 minutes because we just kept
Yeah.
essentially because
But that
yep.
but that was the scary part for me because I lined everything up and we walked in and Brandon goes, "Is this 4 bedrooms or does it sleep 4?" And I was like, "Oh damn."
Yeah, that was scary at first.
Yeah.
Because we
Yeah.
didn't, for context, we didn't see there was a basement stairwell. Because I think the door in the
No.
kitchen might have been closed. We just assumed it was like just a back door or something. So yes, we walk in. There's a huge, massive kitchen, living room, dining room, 2 awesome bedrooms upstairs, and then we don't see anything else. And we're like walking around, and eventually I hear someone say, "Oh, I found the stairs to the basement." And I was like, "Thank God," because I don't want to fucking. And we could have made it work because there was
We could make it work.
there would have been one guy that got kind of screwed because the couch would have slept. Well, there was a couch and a love seat, so.
I was sleeping with you, Keith.
Well, that's fine. That would work too. Honestly, it probably would have been like me and Debo in the living room or something because we were the two shortest people, and it would have made it happen. But yeah, no, the Airbnb was great. No one had a CPAP machine. No one had a
No.
sleep on the floor. It was
No.
quiet as shit. It was great experience, and it looked like Kurt and Brad,
Spicy and Gary.
Yeah, all those. It was
Very.
Yeah, Spicy was there too. So their whole
And Lee Me
room-
Fatty was there too.
whoever the fuck that is. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Well, you're gonna learn tonight, Keith. Don't worry.
Apparently. But yeah, and then we all woke up that next morning and we had a alarm set for the original Pancake House breakfast. We got there. Normally, when we get there right around time, there's 20 people out in the foyer waiting for a table and stuff. We walked in with 5 or 6 of us, and it was like 10 minutes before we were supposed to be there, I think. And they were like, "Yep, your party's in the back." And we go back there, and there's already 20 people there. And I was like, "Fuck, I've never been this early, and then still already be like not the first handful of people there." So that was just a great experience again, as always. Trond, you've been to the Pancake House a time or two, about the same. Very positive experience. Anything noteworthy?
The only thing was Bryce's brother wasn't working.
I know, it was so sad.
That was sad. And then the wait staff accidentally gave me your order to start the morning off.
Did you get some butter and syrup? You're saying?
We did check, and you did get your order as well. But yeah,
Okay.
me and Bryce both got 2 platters of butter and syrup.
Nice.
And
Hope
we
you
thought,
got a picture.
no, we didn't order this. This is for that guy right over there. But no, you had yours. So.
Yeah, the
But
only
no, I went with the Swedish pancakes, which you roll up because they're almost like they're thin. They're as thin as a crepe, and I had not had them before, but highly recommend Swedish pancakes. They give you a lingonberry jam to put on it. Don't know what lingonberries are, but they were delicious.
I know what jam is. That's halfway there.
Yeah, but Tron, do not sleep on the hash brown.
Oh,
You were so confused when a skillet of hash browns, like there's a plate of hash browns shows up.
It was a skillet. It was a full blown skillet, and I'm like, I need
hash
someone
browns
to eat
too?
this with me.
Yeah.
Okay, because Big Jake Heidenreich also got the loaded hash browns.
Yeah.
So both Jakes got the loaded hash browns. All right, and those look freaking good. I mean, because they were
were excellent. I needed help. I needed Big Brandon, Big Keith, Big Manna. Somebody, come on, help me out with
They definitely don't
this thing. Yeah.
skimp on serving there. That's for sure.
Normally, when I buy those, I take half of it home and I eat it later.
I get it. Yeah, it was delicious, but it was too much with what I had going on.
That's lunch for Hannah the next day.
I'd say the big negative, which wasn't even that big of a negative, is like we hadn't even got our food yet, and the waitress was like, "Here, you guys can start paying with your cards and just pass it around," which is fine. Like makes it easier on her, but also like no one could figure it out for the first like 5 people, and it was like I think the very first I don't know who the very first person was. Oh, it was Antonio. It was Antonio, Tommy, and then me. And then I went to go get my fucking wallet. And I didn't have my goddamn wallet, so I had to like beg. I was like, Debo, will you please pay? And I'll just Venmo you the difference. And he's like, yeah, yeah. So
You bummed your breakfast off someone.
yeah, yeah. Well, I was that, or have to fucking walk across the street, and it really could have walked. Like, if I was
You
alone,
could see our Airbnb from
yeah, yeah.
here. Just
But
to
also, there was like 50 personal friends that I could like touch, so I wasn't gonna be like, yeah, I'm not gonna leave this to go get my wallet when I can just Venmo someone fucking and like in real time. So we
Yeah,
did
but
that.
There was also
that-
an additional party of 30 waiting for us to leave.
We were
That
walking
was
out and they're
my-
like, thank God.
they were. That was my literally it was my favorite part of the weekend because there was like 40 of us or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And we were all in a single file line.
Yep.
And I don't know who was in front of me, but they were like, a grandma stopped them and were like, "Are you guys a pro football team?" And whoever it was like, "No, we just lift a lot of weights."
Yeah.
And it was like, "Yeah, that's what we do." It was awesome. It was so awesome.
You're right though. It was I was towards the back of that, and like we were still in the hall that we were eating breakfast at while the first person was exiting. So we were 1-to-1, like nuts to butts, and we were at the back either end of the fucking pancake house. I just thought that was a really cool thing, and I hope someone
Yeah.
got at least a partial picture of that because it
It was cool.
pretty
Tommy
cool.
did.
Nice,
Yeah.
good deal. Hopefully, well,
Yeah, it was good.
if you're listening to this, the vlog video I think should come out for the day this hits too, because I think they have it set up for a Tuesday release, and we're obviously seeing next Tuesday as well. So there'll be a lot of you going on Tuesday, or sorry, a lot of Crü Falls, that is. Speaking of you, Brandon, a woman asked you about your sweatshirt because there was 4 of us, or 4 or 5 of us wearing it. What did you tell her we were?
Did I say it was a podcast? I'm trying to think
You
of my
started with a
wording.
podcast, and I think she didn't know what that was. So then
Yeah, so
what you followed up with was what I'm searching for.
that's what I'm searching for also.
Oh, you had told her it's like a radio show,
Yeah.
and I was just like,
Somebody else might have said the radio show thing,
Oh,
but
I
I
could've
definitely
swore it
I
was
said
you.
podcast, and then I was like searching for words, and I think it might have been Debo or somebody was like,
okay.
it's like a radio show, and this lady was,
I got you.
know,
Maybe it was
300.
Debo. Okay.
Yeah. So
Is Debo? He hasn't tried to log in yet, is he? Did he say anything? I thought he was supposed to make it by now, but
I can text him if you want me
it's
to.
all good. No, it's all good. I just don't want him to think that he can't come on.
Yeah, that happened a few times though. Like, but we were, just like Jake said, when we were leaving, and everybody was perplexed at what we were doing. I mean, it's kind of odd. Like everybody's kind of dressed the same. We're all like different ages. We're all kind of like large people overall. So I'm sure it's kind of like bewildering to some of these people.
And everybody's wearing similar logos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
so I think every year we've left, I've heard comments or had comments made to me about, are you guys some sort of sports team? Are you guys some like what are you guys? Because clearly you're all something together, and you don't look like a normal family group of 40 people leaving the pancake house on a Saturday morning together. But
Yeah,
Would you
we're-
rather get those comments or the ones like last year where they asked you if you were in town for the big hair convention?
that was at the bar, and it was is there like a big beautiful men hair convention or big hair?
I don't know if they said big beautiful men part, Trond. I think you're fluffing yourself a little bit.
Big men beautiful hair convention. And
Nice.
and yeah, no, that was me and Bryce saying, well, I believe we are kind of like all in a big hair club for men.
It really is. There's like an abnormal, like the percentage of like dudes with like long locks in that group was pretty high.
And I will say, Friday morning I got my hair cut, and I donated 11 inches of hair, and
wow.
I still got hair down to my shoulders and can put it up in a ponytail. So I hadn't cut my hair in years. So
What was the? That's always cool that I know you donate that. But like, what was the catalyst to do right before Crü Falls? Was it? Was it the? So I know it was the fucking rock you were afraid of, right?
yeah, honestly it was the rock. I was afraid of losing more hair to the rock, so I was going to cut it off before the rock got me.
So that's really smart, actually. That put 2 and 2 together with that one.
Yeah.
Anyone not familiar? Trond lost a good section of his scalp and hair last year with a natural stone that he was trying to press overhead and came down on him a little aggressively.
Yeah.
This year it got Big Hogan. Well,
Oh,
I guess
did
it
it?
was a circus dumbbell, but
yeah,
he's
I
the
saw he
one
had
that shed
yeah.
blood this time.
Yeah, he had
Yeah, I guess
he had
I
a
kind
Band-Aid
of
on his ear.
I have a story about it. I put that Band-Aid on his ear.
Oh,
So
nice.
Oh, did you?
I went to the bathroom, to do my business again because that's coming up a lot. So
You're the one that keeps bringing it
well,
up.
Hogan comes in and he's like holding his ear, and then I see like blood like coming down his wrist a little bit, or maybe it wasn't that much, but it was visible blood. And I'm like, "You good?" And he's like, "Yeah, why don't you give me a hand for a second?" So kind of help him apply that Band-Aid on him. But yeah, he was like, "I'm fine." He's like, "It didn't hurt or anything," but yeah, he got it pretty good.
No, Hogan made sure to come and find me when we were at Los Campeones, and now we're blood brothers. So that's what I told him immediately when I saw the Band-Aid on the ear, and excellent job on the Band-Aid work there.
Oh, I appreciate
But
that.
yeah, no, it was it was a good chuckle because again, it's in the strongman section, so same spot, same gym. Just
That's
so next year we got to start taking bets on who's going to be bleeding in the strongman area next year.
that's the real
And
price that Tanner and Tommy pay for us to be there as a blood sacrifice, and someone has to get
That's
chosen
true.
every year.
It sounds like a cult is like evolving. We already get enough cult comments, but
it's only a cult if you don't believe. All right.
well, that's true.
I bet Paul was doing some voodoo shit the night before so we could actually fucking win because there was a big I know our new to the crew, well not new, but was it Marissa, I had met her for the first time this weekend. She's a regular gym member at Los, and I'm assuming that she organized most of it, and maybe Casey paid for it. I really don't know, but it was like a few different gift cards, and I think some of us thought it was going to be like, oh, we're gonna do like a top three, and then it's like
Multiple drawing.
yeah, it was like 100, yeah, because like they put all the effort into making the spin dial thing, and I was like, okay, well we didn't get the first one, but there's like 3 more tries. And then they just hand everything to fucking Paul because Paul won the first one. And we're like, oh, Paul got the grand prize, but yeah, whatever. There's gonna be like 4 other people that win. And then it's like, nope, Paul got everything, the son of a bitch. So congratulations, Paul. You're our friend and you won the weekend. You're a winner, Paul.
It was like watching Hulk Hogan bust out at the NWO shirt. And, Paul has turned heel. He's the villain, and don't let him try to.
But his fucking heels are as big as his palms too. But his fucking feet bigger than his hands.
He's
He's a good guy though. Deep down, we love you, Paul.
I love Paul, but I look forward to his heel turn this next season.
I'm glad his sword was not sharp because when I Jefferson deadlifted that up my taint, I was like, this could have ended bad if I. But I did it too because last year I Jefferson deadlifted his Rogue Ohio
BP.
deadlift bar. Well, yeah, that too. The Ohio deadlift bar that I give constant shit to. So it's like it's a memorable image of me like basically teabagging that bar. So then I had to teabag his sword. So it was a really cool sword though. That was a pretty cool prize. And good thing Tanner had to give it to the Homer winner, and so no one had to go fly with it. But I mean, we're still tallying to see if Paul really did win. But it would have been horrible to try to give that to someone else.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you can check a sword. I think you can, right? You can check a gun. Why can't you check a sword?
I guess, but then it's like, I don't know. You might be paying more in the baggage than what the sword.
Well, I'm sure you'd have to encapsulate that sword
better than
somehow.
like the cardboard
Let
box
you
that
walk
it came
in
in.
with
Yeah.
the sword and be like, "Can I check this, please?" Yeah.
Is it now? Does it go inside of a sheath or a scabbard? Because I think didn't Tanner learn one of those words the other day for the first time?
I want to say a scabbard is for a sword and a sheath is for a knife. I used to be a big.
I would agree with that. I'm sure most people would use them interchangeably, but yeah. So we had that massive trek from Pancake House to the gym. The weather was still good then, and by massive trek I mean it was less
Like
than
20 steps.
Yeah, like you could have walked, but I'm glad we didn't because the weather leaving the gym would have been really shitty to then have to walk all the way to the other side of the parking lot. So, but at Los, Hannah, I heard you had a hell of a RP 11 lift there. Anything cool?
I really did. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have heard of the log dump. It's in the bathroom on the toilet. And I think I was in there for fucking 35 minutes, just absolutely ripping it up in there. And I missed everyone's awesome lifts. I missed Big Spicy's deadlift. I heard everyone else having a lot of fun though.
We heard you too.
You heard it.
I heard
That's
it.
all that counts.
Important thing.
You heard it.
The important
Yeah.
thing, Hannah, was it a PR?
I think
you
it had to
PR
be. Yeah.
yeah. So you PR'd at Los Campeones, just like
Mhm.
There you go.
several other people.
That's the
Mhm.
trick.
I'll tell my big
Yeah.
spicy pizza lift because it's most uneventful and boring. I was trying out the machines out front and going through some of the techno gym stuff and the Arsenal fly machine, which
That's
is
a good
amazing,
one.
by the way. And all of a sudden, I just hear this cacophony of screaming and yelling and just chaos, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I ran around through the archway there and come around, and I missed his lift, but I saw the some of the celebration and everybody going absolutely crazy. But yeah, it sounded amazing. So
Yeah.
if anyone was there that saw it and give an eyewitness account, I'd love to hear it.
I did. I spent 90% of my time in the strongman corner, but I like on two or three separate occasions I made a lap basically into like the bodybuilding area or like where the squat racks and shit are. Just kind of see if there was anybody I could strike up a conversation with. But for the most part, I kind of hung out back there. But yeah, I literally it was like perfect timing. He was getting amped up for it. I was like, oh, I'll watch this. I think I walked up like right as he was setting up, kind of watched the whole thing. I actually made his video, so I was just like perfect timing. He locked out 405, I think, for the first time in his life, and I'd never seen anyone be so like if you've seen me celebrate, just amplify that by 69%, but then like have it
Nice.
take as long as Hannah's shit did because it was the longest celebration I had ever seen. And I'm proud of him and I'm happy for him. And that was just awesome to see. I know he's been putting some work into that. He's, dealing with his health issues. So being able to still lift heavy and, just so genuinely happy to see him be so excited. He's a really good kid.
I agree. I was in the bodybuilding area with Trond, I think, and I was just like testing out all the machines, and I was like, "What is all that noise?" And I go in there, and it's spicy, going ham. I loved it.
Good deal. And then as far as anyone's personal lifts, did anyone themselves hitting any PRs or just kind of planning to have fun?
So I had a deload week, but of course I'm not going to do that there. But it was
Yeah.
kind of perfect because I could be like off program, kind of just do whatever I want.
Mhm. I have a
So I
valid
decided,
excuse.
yeah. So they had that Rogue. Keith you'll know what it's called. It's kind of like the Duffalo bar, but it's Rogue's version.
Oh
It's like
yeah, it's like a C3 or C4 or something. Yeah.
yeah,
Whichever it is.
R2D2, I think.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
Yeah. So I used that, and I of course, didn't know the weight of it. Didn't bother asking Keith, but I should have asked Keith because apparently it's like 60 pounds, something like that.
Definitely
But
not 45.
I wanted to go heavy enough that I needed like spotters, like people screaming in my face, but not like so heavy that it was going to wreck me for the next week of training. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was good. I think I did a set of 4 fairly heavy weights. So for me, but it was pretty good.
Nice. Nice. I was a week out at the time from a strongman show. I was also in the middle of a deload, but I kind of was like told my coach I'm probably just gonna hit my top press one more time because we essentially did it the week before and doing it on a shitty equipment I have my axle's got a little bit of grip to it. So doing it on a super slick grip, it's game change. Like if it's good to go out to different gyms. Like if your equipment kind of caters to just having better knurling or better this or better that, but that might not be what you see in competition. It behooves you to go trying to view slicker axles. So it helps me to go to my strongman gym periodically and use the competition equipment because a lot of it's just like slippery shit. So having the one at low speed, just a slippery as shit Titan axle, like it was a motherfucker to clean for me. Also we were jet lagged as shit and. But yeah, I think I hit 215 for a single and clean and press. That's what I'm trying to do in my competition next week, or a couple days from now. And then we broke out the tsunami bar in the back and had some fun with that. And I think now Jake upped everyone's weights 20 pounds because everyone was pretty much able to do significantly more weight than what was initially called out for the tsunami bar clean and press. Definitely personally hit myself in the chest and in the chin very, very hard a couple times. I saw Paul floss. This is the highlight, I think, for some people's weekend is Paul damn near lost a tooth because he whacked himself in the chin on the tsunami bar press, and he was pretty pissed off about it. But
Would have deserved it, but that's all right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad he's okay, but yes, Tron said it, not me. I know Paul listens every week, so I hope you don't get too upset, buddy. We are just jabbing you. We do
I love
care
you,
for
Paul.
you deeply,
I love
but
the hate.
Mhm.
we can't let anyone be at the top too long.
Mhm.
And I think that's really all I did. I just fucked around after that. I did a lot of just hanging out and just shooting the shit, and
I had a good yap session with Trond there. I didn't let him leave for a good
I mean,
25, 30 minutes.
nice.
we complained about a lot of the world's problems, which is basically solving the world's problems as far as I'm
One
concerned.
step closer, though.
I mean, yeah, we were one step. We identified
Mhm.
the problem. The next step is going to be to
Mhm.
eliminate it. So next year we're going to solve them.
I should probably shout out Big Grayson as well. He also hit a bench PR that I also didn't see. But it's sounded great. He hit 405 for the first time. So
Oh, dope! I did. Oh, damn, that would have
Yeah,
been cool
that
to
was
see. I missed
awesome.
that.
I think
didn't
Tommy
see
got
either.
it.
No,
Yeah, I
bless
didn't
that.
see it either because me and Hannah were again complaining,
Whoops.
identifying the world's problems.
Whoops.
But and
You'll
he
forgive me.
he did come over and tap her on the shoulder and
I
say,
didn't acknowledge him at all. I
he
was like,
looked at
can't
her on
you
the
see him
shoulder and said-
talking to Trond?
and he goes, "Hey, I hit 405 on the bench." And he just walked away.
Whoops.
So speaking of Big Grayson, I'm just now seeing messages he sent me 2 minutes into us recording this podcast. I just got home. Asked Hannah when she is recording her podcast. Quotations 7 p.m. But I should check. Oh my fucking god! It's 7 p.m. Eastern. So I'm saying she'll be on her way in a little bit. So that was verbatim from Big Grayson. Good job, Hannah. Glad you made
Thanks.
it.
If he wouldn't have come home, I probably would have still been
Yeah,
tootling around.
it's all good. So Los was good. Everyone had a good lift. Going around the table here. Jake, you did anything fun at Los?
I just hit the machines. That
Nice.
was Tron mentioned that the night before, and I was like, yeah, I like that. So that's what I went for.
Good deal.
It's a good idea to hit all the $5,000 to $10,000 machines that you're not going to have in your home.
I agree.
And so that's always I enjoy playing around with some of the fun stuff that they've got and then also I completely forgot my nephew. He works out at Los Campeones and does high school powerlifting, and he does pretty well. He's won his weight division won the state competition in his division the last 2 years. And so he showed up just out
Oh,
of
wait, I was gonna.
Yeah,
So
so,
like that particular branch, because there's like
Yep,
20
yeah,
of them
yeah,
in the
yeah,
Midwest,
yeah.
I
So
think, or at least there's
he
3 or
lives-
4 that Crew lived in.
Yeah, he lives like 20 minutes north of Sioux
Oh,
Falls.
cool.
He comes down there, and he came down there because of last year. We worked out there the first time, and I was like, "Hey, if you want to power lift at a actual gym that's got powerlifting stuff,
Yeah, it's
check this gym out,
good
man.
advice for sure.
Like it's really good." And he loves it and all that. And so then I got to spot him a couple times on some of his lifts and some of his stuff, and he's out going out to Illinois this weekend for a national competition too.
Well,
So
I mean, it sounds
so
like
yeah,
the
so,
next.
so that
the
was
next-
cool running into him and being able to work out with him and
Sounds
all.
like the next step is just send him the link to the podcast, get him to listen to that podcast on that Illinois drive.
Yeah, I told him,
Yeah.
how about you just graduate high school first, get out of my brother's house,
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
then you can start listening to the podcast and get in the Discord
Yeah.
and start hearing some of your uncle's college stories and all that. You don't need to hear that now, so let's just wait on that just a minute.
And then so while all that was going on, the weather took a little turn in the in Crü Falls for us. I think we walked out to at least 3 or 4 I don't know, at least 3 inches maybe.
About 3 inches.
Just from the time we left Pancake House and original Pancake House and left the gym. The good thing we weren't going very far, but we were slipping and sliding all over the place. One good thing I'll say is Jakey had got the rental car for us, and they were able to upgrade us. I am glad he went to the desk because at first he was just going to go right out to right out and just find a car, just take one. I guess I'm not sure what his plan was, but regardless, they upgraded us to an all-wheel drive Jeep, which was great because that would have been shitty in a 2-wheel drive sedan. That on Saturday that would have been very, very shitty. So that worked out. And then I would say 90, maybe not 90, 75% of us probably made it at the same lunch place. We all went and got hibachi, literally right next door. It worked out great. That's where that's where I ate last year too. But I think last year I didn't do the hibachi. We ate in the other section, but this year we just all camped out in like two different massive hibachi areas. Very, very good food there. Enjoyed that immensely. And then
Somebody got like a, I don't know, like a birthday
Yeah, whose
yeah,
birthday was it?
yeah.
something.
That was me.
Made
Yeah.
it all about themselves and wanted to be the center of
Oh yeah,
attention.
yeah. That's how
Got
it
a free
rolls.
dish.
Yeah.
Cheapskate.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah,
Someone had told me about that the night before. I can't remember who was talking to. Like, oh, we're gonna get, we're gonna get Jake tomorrow. We're gonna make wherever we go. Someone's gonna come sing him happy birthday, and I completely forgot. And then they come out and they got his ass good, and they gave you like, the biggest fucking sparkler like thing I've ever seen. Like I think Brandon was like running to find a hose. It was so fucking like dangerous looking.
It might have been a fire hazard, right?
Yeah.
didn't know
Could
what
be.
to do, and I've gone back and I've reviewed the tape, and there's like blow it out, and I didn't know what to do, so I tried,
I
and
don't.
then I just moved along. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
was
don't think there was any
bad.
blowing that out. I think it just had a
No,
45-second timer. It was going to run, and then it was just going to burn itself out. I don't think there was any blowing
yeah,
that one out. I
yeah.
don't think it
Yeah,
was
your
one of those.
face was pretty good when they started bringing that out. So
I couldn't believe it.
it's kind of funny. So like all of us independently, like who was at the house, like nobody like agreed verbally or anything, but like I'm glad we all kind of like didn't celebrate your birthday whatsoever that morning. Like everybody just like
Yeah,
never said anything to you. And then like we let the whole day go by, and it was finally lunchtime. And at first I was going to tell the waitress like right at the beginning, and then I didn't. I waited till like she was like
I was
at the
you.
other table behind us. So like I stood up, walked over there. I was like, "Hey, it's the guy with I think you had on the Lift Hard Live Easy 3
yeah,
shirt maybe." So I was like,
uh-huh,
it's he's got the like the cowboy skull and the orange lettering. And she like looks around, she's like, "Who?" And I didn't want to point to you. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to like,
yeah,
so I'm trying to like describe you, like, "Oh, he's got a hat on." I think you had that same hat on too. So it's
yeah,
like trying to
yeah,
describe you.
It's the
And then yeah, so then I came over to Tanner and I was like, "Hey, we're gonna celebrate his birthday." And then Tanner did, like at first he was like, "Is it his birthday?" Like and I'm like, "Yeah, it's his birthday."
literally, yeah,
Yeah.
that day, yeah,
So
it was a
it was
good
pretty cool.
it's a good self present to get out there too. It's a hard trip to kind of convince the family to let you go on sometimes. So like, hey, it is well that even it'd even be harder to be like, honey, I know you like spending my birthday with me, but I'm gonna go hang out with my 40 friends instead. Like that was a good job on you getting that. But also it's like
well,
it
she
is your
was,
birthday, so you can do whatever the fuck you
yeah,
want.
but she's like, you have to go. So
Nice.
Brandon messaged me and he goes, I'm going to Crü Falls. And I was like, damn, I kind of want to go. And my wife was like, you have to go. So we went and it was awesome. Like, I wouldn't change anything. It was awesome.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Hibachi lunch, and then we kind of everyone went their way there for a few
Well, we
hours.
can't
Oh,
glaze over
oh yeah, yeah. Is this
Gary scaring the staff at the hibachi
yeah,
place with
what
his goblin mask.
is that what that is? I thought he was trying to rob the place. I was so confused. I looked over and I
I
just
thought
see
it was
this
a
fucking
Shrek
green.
mask.
Yeah, I was like, is
He
he
didn't
into
put
some
it on until the
is this some
bill
like
came
furry
out,
shit?
right?
I was very
Yeah,
confused.
I'm pretty sure he had it off when he walked in and then he put it back on.
Well, he just had it. He had it rolled up, so it looked like
Oh,
a
okay.
like a green stocking cap. And then all of a sudden, I look over and it's pulled down over his face, and it's a goblin mask with ears. So
Yeah. It's Gary's a unique creature, that's for
That's ground beef Gary to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just Gary. He's a good guy. Um and the weather did not get any better. I think it was significantly another few inches had fallen. Uh some a lot of us we ended up camping out at the Airbnb for 3 or 4 hours, or at least 3 hours. There's definitely shower and attempt a nap city. Some of the people went out to the I'm assuming Trond made the trek down to the first bar,
Blarney
Blarney
Stone.
Stone. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's my go-to. It's got Guinness on tap.
There you go.
And no, I came back to the hotel and well before we left, Tanner was like, "Hey, what time are we going down there?" And I was like, "I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Like 4 to 5, something like that." I went back to the hotel, laid down. I was like, "I'll set an alarm, whatever." Started dinking around on my phone or whatever. Woke up at like I don't know what time it was, 3:45, and I was like, shit. And I'm getting texts blowing up like, hey, are we going to Blarney Stone? Are we going to Blarney Stone? I'm like, oh, I'm on my way.
Yeah,
Hopped in the shower real quick, ran down, got to see all the snow plows pushing the snow because everybody was texting like, hey, are we gonna be able to get around downtown?
yeah. Like,
Because that's a real issue.
is the
Especially,
weekend literally over because we're all
well,
snowed in at this point?
right.
'Cause
I mean,
that was a possibility.
yeah, it's a problem, especially like when you get a South Dakota storm. A lot of times the snow plows don't come out until the forecast says like the snow's done
Mm.
because they're not going to come out and like plow twice or three times or whatever. And so yeah, there was legitimately like a lot of people going like, "Hey, are we going to be able to make it down there?" Um, and luckily, like yeah, walked down there and the snow plows were out on Phillips and they were plowing that out. So I was like, it'll be clear to remedy by 6 o'clock or whatever time we were supposed to get there, whatever. So,
Yeah.
um, so yeah, so that was good. And then yeah, we went to Blarney and we had a couple of tables and just hung out. It was Big Mo and it was Big Jake and his wife Abby, Big Brad, me, Big Ryan made it down. Who was over at the other table? Big Lauren and Darren made it down, and then there's a couple others. Um, again, my memory from the weekend is a little bit hazy.
That's all good. But yeah,
Big Tanner made it
you guys
down.
did some
Yeah,
pre-gaming before we ended up over at
did,
Remedy.
did a little pre-gaming, and we were a little disappointed because we pre-gamed at Blarney Stone, had a few Guinnesses, and some Guinness Zeros, which are again, I will say one of the best non-alcoholic beers you can have. It tastes like Guinness. It's great. Highly recommend it. Uh, normally, every year for the last 2 years, we've gone from Blarney Stone, and there's a little courtyard that you can kind of like walk through to get towards your path to Remedy, and they usually have like Christmas light display and all that stuff. And that's where we've taken our picture, and they had like no lights in that area this time, so we were a little bummed about that. But I'm trying to remember who all walked. It was me, Big Lauren, Big Darren, and
Big Darren
who
got his
else?
steps in.
Yep. It was a few others of us, and the rest all drove, and we all walked into Remedy at the same time.
No,
So
that's
those
wild.
lazy bums took
That's-
the scenic route driving over to Remedy, and we almost beat them.
I know.
Yeah,
So
you
Hannah,
hit that
you
red
had your
light.
handfuls shoveling your car out, didn't you?
Oh, I wasn't shoveling anything. I was
I know,
watching
I
Grayson
know.
dig my car out.
We got the
It
blow by
really
blow on the
got
gram or on the
we really
Discord.
kind of got fucked. We're right on the north side of the building, but there's like garages behind me, and then I was right next to like where the cement and like the trees and whatever was. So it really kind of just collected all around my car. He really had to dig out quite a lot of snow to get us out. And then he's driving naturally. You can't trust me to drive there. But we get stuck.
or no time.
Yeah. We get stuck and he's like, "Well, you got to hop out." So then
Oh,
I
that's
pushed
funny.
us out.
Good for you.
So I know I saved the weekend.
Well, we're glad to have you. We were at Remedy there for a bit. I think someone, I don't know, is there like a whole nother Discord that I'm not in, or did Tanner just go around and tell 79 people to ask me about fucking chicken parm again? Because for reference, last year Remedy did have a chicken parm sandwich on the menu, and everyone thought it was funny to ask me and tell me about it. And then this year there was not a chicken parm sandwich on the menu, but 19 people reminded me of it. Some people that weren't even there last year, I think. So, oh, kitty. Some people that weren't even there last year. So I think someone was putting it in someone's ear to, because I think Tanner was like, that joke's kind of died. He said that to me. So I think he single-handedly tried to revive it that night. So that was,
Did it work?
I literally just ignored at this point. I don't even, I try not to let things affect me. And I think that's why people like to jab at me so much, because I do get so animated when I'm either happy or annoyed. So if I just play the whole stoic, like, that doesn't mean anything to me anymore, it kind of ruins it for everyone. And I guess I get what I want at the end, which is not to be picked on anymore, you fucks. But yeah, we were there. Lots of food, lots of drinks. Very, very cold to begin with. My feet were so goddamn cold because like there was that like people were using the back door, so then like all the cold air just would like just evaporate. But it was still great. And then towards the end, they finally did crank it up and it got hotter and shit back there. But still a great venue for us because we're pretty much like 90% of the part patrons when we're there, I think. So we do, I think we do right by them, and they get a good night business from us. And there was a little jacket ceremony this week. That was very fun. I think, I'd let Big Lou tell his story, but we have lost Big Lou. I'm not sure. I hope there's no, if anyone's friends with Big Lou and he doesn't come back on this episode, maybe reach out to him, make sure he's okay. Because
I need to do a wellness check.
I'm not sure I figured Big Lou being the fellow Hall of Fame jacket person could kind of set that up, but maybe
You can be selfish. You can talk about your
go
own
ahead.
jacket, Keith. It's fine.
Oh, well, yeah, no, it was just cool.
I did like that Tanner did like the little fake out, like saved you for last, and then he was like, "All right, that's all
Yeah,
of them,"
yeah.
and then he's
I think he did that on the he did that on the podcast. He did that on the podcast last night. I can't remember if he did that. Did he do that in real?
Oh, did he? Oh, maybe that's what it was.
It was on the
He did on the
podcast
podcast.
last two nights
That's
ago.
what it was. That's what it was.
But yeah, they did. It was just cool. It was good to go in with a good group too. Like personal friends with all those guys. I wish Jake had been there too, but Jake had to get back to work, I guess, or get back to the, he had a long drive to San Francisco. Hey,
Yep.
Big Lou, you must have heard us. We've been waiting for you this whole time. So
Were you here?
My bad.
We were still, when
Been
you left,
shit
we were,
talking you for the last like 25 minutes.
I mean,
You know what? I would have been disappointed if.
Yeah. So we were just getting to the. Yep.
I got good justification.
Yeah, brother.
The reason
Hope everything's
that,
all right.
oh yeah, absolutely. No, the reason that I decided we wanted to build this lovely my podcast studio or whatever I want to call it down here, because I had this desk upstairs and Al bought a new couch because she's in a very big 80s and 90s kick, so she bought a new couch for her office. So I had to help her put that together so I would not be sleeping in the doghouse tonight. And so got the hard pieces put together. We're
Nice.
back at her.
Good deal.
Cheers, fellas.
So you had to build a couch. So you didn't have to sleep on a couch. That sounds like that's smart,
Pretty
man.
much.
Smart man.
Pretty much.
So yeah, we were just getting to the Hall of Fame ceremony. So as a Hall of Fame member,
Real quick, can I pop in before
Beautiful.
the Hall of Fame ceremony?
Absolutely,
Right?
I want to hear it all.
So we had another Remedy bathroom situation.
Was there really?
It was not me.
It was not in on this one. All right. So okay,
What the
so
f-
but it does
Remind me which one Remedy is.
So that's the brewery that we go to at 6 after Blarney Stone. Anyways, so Big Lou, this involves you and your
Oh, boy.
tattoos, which are freaking awesome, by the way. So I don't know, and anybody out there listening, Big Lou has some. No, not Big Lou. That's Big Bryce has some perfect little sweeties tattoos.
Yeah.
Sorry. But
Well, large
you also
men
were
with
very
fucking
impressed.
mains. It's not that hard to.
Yes,
mix.
yeah.
They're good, easy
No.
ones to mix up.
got it confused. Anyways, so Big Bryce is handing out his temporary tattoos, and everybody was going out. These are really cool. Really loved them. His mom made them. They're awesome. And anyways, I go back to the bathroom, and I open up the door, and there's two guys in there with their arms out in front of the mirror with like paper towels and like just two arms. It's the first thing I see. I walk in, I'm like, oh shit. Like, God damn, this bathroom is fucking cursed. Like, I don't need any heroin. I'm good. I'll wait.
that would be pretty trippy to see for sure.
No, it was big. It was Big Jake hiding strength and Big Andy putting on the temporary tattoos. So Big Jake had the tattoo on his forearm. Big Andy was putting it on his bicep, and so it was literally like a 2-second like, what the fuck am I walking into here? Oh, it's you guys. Oh, okay, all right. I can take a piss while you guys finish up. All right, no problem.
Yeah, considering that we were about 90% of that bar the majority of the time that we were there, I think it was pretty safe to say there wasn't going to be a lot of subpar shenanigans going on there. But I will say those temporary tattoos are one of the smartest things. And I keep telling Alex she needs to put one on her butt cheeks so bad.
Those
She won't do it.
That's because you were telling us all about where you're going to put that tattoo. That's why I was thinking in my head. Yeah, Big Lou associated with that tattoo. Yeah, he had some brilliant ideas. Absolutely brilliant ideas.
But also, if you said or you made the mention that Bryce's mom made those,
Yeah.
If you have not had the pleasure of meeting Bryce's mom, Keith, I think you met her pretty well at the Live Hard Live Easy.
No comment.
She is a very loud, stern woman, and she is a very large woman. I can tell you this much: if you want to know where Bryce got his genetics from, take a look at her, and a lot of things are going to make sense.
That's true. So we were just getting to the Hall of Fame ceremony. Who else? See, so Big Anthony, Big Ryan, Big Jake from State Farm, and the Orange Glaze himself, me. I hate that.
Ooh.
That sounded so horrible. I don't talk. I don't
I
call
think you've
myself.
been waiting to say that.
Well, no, I just no, it was pretty cool though. It was.
You look like
it
you
was-
practiced it.
my speech. And then I like, why the fuck did I have to give a speech? Like nobody else had to give a speech. I was
Because I started chanting speech.
somebody had to have. No, that was cool. I think I hit him with something about I came for the chicken parm and all I got were the friends we made along the way. So that did go over well with the room, I feel.
The fact that you didn't have that pre-written down.
No, not even. I just and well, like you could see, like I bet it, depending on how much of the video, I think I should go back and watch the video and see how long, because it felt like I was there for like 3 minutes, like people staring at me, like trying to get out like that one sentence, but I think it was like
It was 8 seconds.
yeah. So
Yeah.
the spotlight hits different when it's in real life and not just a fucking Zoom computer in my office in my underwear. It's a completely different scenario. But no, it was a blast. It was great to be a part of the club now. All the state secrets we have now, though, that's just one more level of anxiety I have, is like not spilling the beans with all this cool stuff we know about. That you have to just keep putting the work in, and maybe you'll know about it someday as well. So keep those Hall of Fame cards updated.
Where's the Hall of Fame jacket bunker located? That's what I want to like. Can we get in if we have a cup?
No, I mean you have to go to the cup level, which is kind of like that's the cross town. It's the one that's not buried as deep.
All right.
Let's see. We were kind of not sure if we were going to end up going out to Lucky's that night, because I was kind of.
Everyone else was pretty sure.
I don't know. I think a lot.
I was gonna say I don't know.
My entire Airbnb thought we were leaving, and then I was like, no, we really should put an appearance in at Lucky's, and I had to kind of twist some arms. But then Brandon was like, "Here, you need to finish this beer," and then I fucking guzzled a high percentage beer after milking a couple shitty ones earlier.
I mean, I can tell you as a born and raised Midwesterner, I can tell you this much: a little bit of snow ain't gonna scare me. But I will say, like, the amount of snow that we got in Sioux Falls that day was quite a pretty good amount for as quick as it came down. Because I was sending Snapchats to I got group snaps with my family, my brothers, everybody, and I was sending it to them. It's like, that's a pretty good amount of snow. Like when I was driving back from Hibachi, like I took like not back roads, but not like the main way there. Like I had to. I was very thankful that I had all-wheel drive in the old terrain train, so it was able to get me there safely, get me back to the hotel. So I was able to get back there and relax a little bit before we got ready for even more shenanigans, even more silly goose activities.
Some of us made it to our Christmas photo. Others did not make that appearance.
Which one was the Christmas photo?
The one that you took on your tripod. You pulled a tripod out of your ass
and fucking stuck it in the side of the road.
Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I still got it right here. It comes with me everywhere.
Hey.
You never know when you're going to need it. And of course, we needed it.
You needed it.
Oh my goodness, there he is. We are live.
Been waiting for this guy all night. Welcome to the podcast, Big Debo.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good. Are you actually able to join, or you just don't want to pop in?
No, I can stay
Yeah, it's cool.
Here.
Glad to have you. So, we were just talking about the getting ready to leave Remedy and our travels over to. Well, we kind of cut Lou off. So we're gonna tell you shut the fuck up here for a second. Let Lou finish the story about his fanny pack tripod.
Okay, let's go.
Because I know we got a picture last year. I can't remember who all was with. I know Sunling and a handful of other. I can't remember if you were there, Keith. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of what happens at Crü Falls is a blur. I remember 2 or 3 people that are there in the midst of the 15 people.
That's why you got to take so many pictures, because if you don't fucking have the picture memories, it's like, did it really happen? Because I was so fucking drunk, I don't remember. I don't have anything I don't remember, but some people definitely do, I'm sure.
My biggest concern of the entire weekend, I might be jumping ahead or staying right in line. I'm happy that Andy made it out okay because I know we're going to get into this later,
We'll get
but
to that.
We'll get to that.
yeah, we'll get to that.
That might be one of the. We'll close with a banger. Yeah. So
that the Crü Falls family picture that was taken on the or coming from Remedy to
yeah. So anyone that drove missed out
Could've
on
been
that
the last
one. We were one of the driving cars, so I did miss out on that picture, but it was a good one. It was really cool to see. And then like it was posted as a video, so but it's them filming you at first, I think, or something. It's like
No, it was Lou setting up the video.
Yep.
okay. There was
I
And
took
he
it as
runs
video.
into frame.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, because I took it as a video because I found like if you're trying to get a picture with something, especially if you're not at your phone, sometimes it's a pain in the ass to get everything there. So with that and having an iPhone, having an Apple Watch, being able to coordinate all that, was able to see like everything is like. So I just recorded a video. It's like, you know what? I'll just send this to whoever, take a screenshot of it when everybody's still enough for a picture, and then good to go from there.
Nice.
I've done this a time or two.
So we eventually made it to Lucky's. So Debo, give you the floor for like a minute. Is there anything you want to say prior to Lucky's that stood out that you were involved in that you wanted to highlight? Since you missed the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was already been said, but I just enjoyed all the conversations that I got to have with the different crew, standing around there at Remedy and even at the gym and stuff. I'm pretty sure me and Lauren talked for about an hour and a half at Remedy, just shooting the breeze, and it was so much fun. Yeah.
Nice. Good.
How much you to talk to his dad? That's the other question.
Yeah, well, his dad just talked to me. Like I didn't even have to talk. Like he just kept it going.
Well, I can tell you this much. Like when it comes to dads like that have been around the block a time or two, like you don't even need to say anything. All you got to do is just sit there, and listen to everything because you know there's some good stories there. Just like, well, all right, like brother, you've been around. All right.
Yeah, lots of wisdom there.
Sorry, my fucking screen just popped open. God damn it. Where are we at?
Lucky's.
Yeah. Lucky's. Hannah, you're a pool shark, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm glad that you noticed it and recognized it and are calling it out for what it is. I did really well. I hit some balls around in some holes, some not. But you're welcome for paying for all of the games.
I do appreciate that. I mean, you're also like, I'm pretty sure your partner sunk the 8-ball on the first hit of the game, and I saved it, and then we still were able to play for like a half hour because it took us so long to get the other balls in. But Anthony and I had already won the game by then. But it was really fun to still play. I literally sunk my first shot was a great shot, went in the hole, and then I think I didn't. The only ball I sunk the rest of the night was one of your guys' balls in it. So Anthony definitely carried the game after the game. But no, it was fun. This first time I literally the first time I've touched a pool stick and a pool cue in fucking at least 10 years, if not more. So when we first my big impression was some people got there before us and already had the fucking song playing, the
Wreck of the Edmonds Fitzgerald.
Yes, that. So then, and it was fairly dead. So like walking in and actually being able to like see the floor and not having rap music blaring at like level 69 on bass, actually be able to have to like carry on a conversation for a few minutes. Like that was wild. I think Tanner and I both were like, this is the least douchey I've like ever seen this place in my life. And that fluctuated back and forth because as other people got the jukebox, it was pretty obnoxious with how loud it was at times. But someone, I think Lauren and some other people were throwing a lot of money in that jukebox to keep it like.
Oh, Marissa was doing it too.
Good, yes.
She was
I think I
queuing
heard
them
that
up.
song 4 times.
Yeah, to keep it like non-douchey music throughout the evening was very helpful.
I did not even make it to the jukebox, so I didn't know there was one. Otherwise, I also would have been playing the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. So
anyone that saw my
Gordon
pictures, I think there was a picture, a selfie with me, Trond, and Bryce. And Trond wasn't making the best face, and that was like I think I did like a burst of like 4 or 5 photos, and that was the only one that was the least offensive looking one. Not offensive, the least amusing.
Well, that was the most What's it? What would you want
Everybody
to
say hi to Al real quick.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh,
Hope you like your
Can't say I
couch.
can't hear. Is this I'm the beer bitch.
Uh-oh. He earned it. He built a key.
I will say the couch is put together. It's one of those where it was vacuum. It was one of those where the cushions were all kind of like vacuum tight sealed. So she finally got them out and
nice.
undone, and they fluffed up almost instantly. And
Nice.
all the dogs went on it right now.
Nice. Nice.
There was some couch action going on at Lucky's. Like I didn't know there was couches there. And then, like I don't think I've ever been able to see them in the past. I don't know if that's something they knew they added, or there was just always 400 people in front of them in the previous.
Well, I
years.
can tell you this much. These very sunglasses that I'm wearing, well, not sunglasses, these very glasses I'm wearing right now, I thought they were going to go back up to the Northeast because somebody kept wearing them all night, Keith.
I have photo evidence of
I'm
them
pretty
on
sure,
Keith's
like,
face.
I'm pretty sure someone, either you or someone else put them on my face, and I think I had them on for like 2 minutes. But yes, I definitely had them.
I was.
Shades.
I don't know.
Right?
I was pretty drunk by
It may
that
have
time.
been 2 minutes. It may have been 2 minutes, but it felt like about 2 hours. But it felt about 200 pictures taken of it. There's a lot of documentation.
I was pretty tuned. I haven't let myself kind of probably since Crü Falls 1 was the last time I had more than like 4 or 5 beers in a sitting or in like an evening. So I think I ended up totaling like 8 or 9 that night. Like
Counting the one you stole from me.
the one that you fucking spit in my mouth, essentially. You were like, "Here, take this." Well, you did actually spit in my mouth later.
Mama bird,
inadvertently.
baby bird.
Yeah, but
He was just trying to get you that Crü Falls PR right there.
Yeah, so I definitely hit that. Like, I think that's the latest I've stayed out in South Dakota, and definitely the most I've drank in South Dakota. I paid for it the next day, but it was really fun in the moment for sure. But it was that like that perfect. Like I maybe had one too many, but like everything I have like no blur in my memory at all, and it was like, I feel like I maybe had competent conversation even towards the end. So it's kind of that like that perfect level of a little drunk, where you have like no regrets.
Welcome to the Midwest. That's what we do. Stories.
Who was doing the push-ups there?
I was gonna, speaking of regrets, whoever fucking those are your hands, are they recovered from the glass and the fucking germs? Because who was that? I think Andy was the driving force on that. I think the troublemaker.
No idea, but I remember hearing about it, and then all of a sudden everybody started doing it, and I said, "Well, I guess like we're doing it, so I'm in."
Yeah, I had no desire for that shit, so I videoed it. And
what was the top number?
What's that?
What was the what?
What was the top number for push-ups?
No. So it was
everybody did 29
for the record. Edmondson.
Okay.
Yeah, for the song.
Now, my coworker asked me if I picked up any contagions or any diseases on my hands, but I said pretty much just said, "Nah, my hands are like these hands are touch enough." And pretty much, if you're already touching the bar floor and touching everything else that you were touching that weekend, your hands are just. May not be true, but I'm going to believe that.
There's some flips also, right?
Yeah, there were some local college, I assume college age girls that were trying to, stay up with the athletic crew, and I don't know, they weren't wearing the right attire for that.
Where the hell was I at that I missed girls flipping in the bar?
Playing pool, I think.
Hustling, kids at pool.
Hustling.
Yeah.
I was probably losing my shorts in darts. On the other side of the bar.
I think I had 3 girls ask if they could braid my hair because I left the mane down all night. I left the mane just flowing. And I had about 3 girls ask if they could braid my hair. I'm like, no, only my girlfriend can do that. And you're not her.
Well, the hair down, Lou, is great for when that Nickelback song came on because you're just ready to headbang, so it's perfect.
I had one of my friends tell me one time, it's like, well, I don't know ways you don't cut your hair. And I sent her a Snapchat of me headbanging to a song. She's like, okay, never mind. Carry on. That's one of the reasons I grew it, is so that way I can headbang to songs and get the full feeling of it.
Yeah, you can't do it with short hair. Yeah.
So this will be for. So
I'm laughing at Hannah, not you guys.
We all laugh at Hannah.
Hey, when you met me, I was like bald. I didn't have any hair at the first Lift Hard, Live Easy.
I remember.
So it's been a project growing it out.
Big Debo and Big Brandon, did either you get a chance to corner Tanner and hear the gym member story we only tell in person. Obviously, don't say if you did, like, or don't tell the story if you did hear it. But did either of you remember to ask that?
I actually missed it. So that picture,
Ah.
I guess, I'm assuming he was telling that story in Tommy's garage, and I had missed that. I think I'm actually in the background, like trying to blob out, and which I eventually finally got the half
You
90.
get the
So I
90,
was
right?
pretty
Yeah,
pumped.
that's good stuff.
Yeah, so I was pretty pumped about that. But so I missed that part, so that just saved something for next time. I got some other good grease, but
Yeah, we'll
not that
touch.
much.
I'll close. We'll touch on a little bit of that, but we have to be very specific on what we say. But Debo, what about you? Did you get any grease this weekend?
I got some grease, but it wasn't that grease.
Okay.
So, like Brandon said, at Lift Hard, maybe I can pin Tanner down and get that story out of him.
Nice. Now, you guys both might have been. Were you think you were on the fence about Lift Hard, and now you're pretty committed, or were you already committed to Lift Hard?
I
I'd
think
already
Debo's already signed up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were already for Strongman. So what about were you? Were you Brandon, or do you think you were pretty much a lock already, or what do you
I
think?
was pretty much a lock already. So, but for powerlifting, so we'll see when that comes out and if I sign up in time and everything. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty much, I'd say I'm 99% going.
Nice.
So,
And if you had to sign up today for Crü Falls 2026, what's the likelihood you'd pull the trigger on that?
if Big Emily's good with it, then it'd be 100% for
There you
sure.
go. Same
Why
thing.
don't you bring her with?
I should bring her with. Yeah. Bring my little daughter with me too. That was really the only reason why she had to stay behind was, childcare and,
Yeah, I would say Crü Falls wouldn't be family friendly necessarily, like children
If
friendly.
kids did something else,
Well, yeah, but then you still
Like
have to but then like the parent,
just
the
leave 'em at
other
the
partner
hotel.
would still have to
yeah,
do
she'll
it.
be 7 next year.
Well,
She'll be fine. We can leave her at the house.
Yeah, she can babysit all the other kids. It's
the
7, yeah.
issue is none of the hotels downtown have like a really good pool. So you'd want to stay at one of the better pool hotels, which are not near downtown.
Closer to the interstate, yeah.
But I will say the falls at night when they're all lit up with the Christmas lights, telling you,
Oh, yeah, I didn't get to see the
yes,
falls
it's a destination.
this year.
I have not taken Keith to the falls.
No, it's usually you guys usually do that Sunday when I'm fucking
Yep.
heading to the airport at
When
5
you're
a.m.
on. So, and it's a bit of a jaunt from Pave. So I won't be walking you to the falls next year because I've had my fair share of long walks in the winter while intoxicated, and they don't usually end up very well.
So let's see. Hannah,
The last thing about,
Yep.
sorry, I was gonna say last thing
go
about
ahead.
Lucky's. I thought personally that was like a perfect like culmination of Crü Falls there at the end. So
For sure.
that's it. Had some really good conversations with people and good conversation with Lou, and just a really good time drinking with the guys and gals.
I would say this was definitely the best Lucky's has been for us because it was, like I said, we kind of controlled a lot of the music, so it's a lot. I mean, you got to get your mouth to ear having conversations. I think in other years, at least I can't. I'm
Your
fucking
mouth in people's ears, Keith.
Uh-huh. But like
Weird.
being able to like carry a conversation on and not have to like fucking like inch closer to someone was very enjoyable for me because I always fucking kind of hate going to the clubs and shit because I'm not a club guy, but this year was as chill as it could be and a nice variety.
It's always about who you're around. When you're with the Mastonomics family.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we rolled in about 30 deep there, so it was pretty hard for us to compete with us.
And that's the thing too. It's kind of the happens every year at every different thing. It's like people just start trickling off, and it's like you go from seeing looking around and seeing 30 people to then now you look around and see 20 people, and you look around and see 15, and then it's 10, and then we left our group left probably. There couldn't have been 15 people still there. I don't think. Like we had to have been a quarter of the group when we left. I think the 4 of us. Debo took one like a champ for us and was kind of keeping us safe all weekend.
Yeah, Debo did. I'm going to go ahead and give him props because, like I said, Jakey and I were still drunk at 5 a.m. So Debo drove him to the airport, like a champ, so he didn't have to spend $50 on an Uber. So that was nice.
That was gonna be stupid. Like, I waited because I priced it that morning. It was gonna be like $25 or something, and then I waited until like the snow. I didn't wait till the snowstorm, but I waited until I was actually at the house, knew the destination, knew the address I was at. I was like, all right, I'll book it now, and it was like $54 or something. And I would have said, fuck it, I'll just still book it. And then when I came out, you guys kind of had volunteered Debo, I guess, or you were just like, one of us will take you. And I was like, oh, well, confirm that before I cancel this, please. And I think he might have regretted it when his alarm went off at fucking 4:50, but we did it. And to then just have flights delayed all goddamn day. So that was, but wouldn't have known that. But yeah, let's close out. Lucky. Anything else on Lucky's?
Was Lucky's the very last place we went to?
No,
Oh, no.
Lucky's was the pool table.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So like,
That's Trond.
yeah. So it's gonna be the rest will basically be Hannah, Lou, and Trond kind of carrying us home. I think for the chronological evening.
Well, Lucky's is unannounced that Paul was the villain.
Yes.
Paul was definitely the villain.
I tried to get that started at Remedy, and I was pushing it pretty hard the rest of the night. And I'm glad that it's caught on because he is a.
Yeah.
Well, it was really hard to see him as his wife and his dog were there.
I know. Oh, at Remedy?
Yeah.
Sage the dog. I was like, you're really, really making this hard, dude. Dog's adorable. Your wife's wonderful.
It was definitely
He's the villain.
Dog. Yeah.
The wife, they're great. Isn't
him?
All right, so we had our great exodus around midnight, and then Hannah, did you corral the other guys to get up?
I think there was only 6 of us that went
have been many
to Pave because it was me and Trond, Marissa, Andy, Anthony, Lou.
Did you lose Tanner and Tommy already at that point?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
they
those
didn't show up there.
fuckers.
No, they didn't go.
Did Bryce come with us?
No.
Oh, wow, you had a lot of Irish goodbyes.
No,
I at least said goodbye. People did the Irish goodbye.
But yeah, so we went to Pave, and Andy got kicked out because he dropped onto the floor like a rag doll. I don't know if any of you guys saw it earlier.
Like,
I was
not a
picking
dance
on
floor.
him.
Like
No, not the dance floor. Literally just by the bar. But I was picking on him earlier when we were at Remedy, and he was being dramatic, and he flung himself out of his chair.
Very dramatic.
And so he was doing the same thing when we went to Pave, except you can't really convince the bouncer that he didn't just collapse from like alcohol poisoning or something.
Oh,
so the bouncer picked him up and drug him out. And then me and Marissa were like, well, we can't let him be the only one that gets kicked out. There's barely any of us here. Like maybe this is just a good time to leave. So we go outside, and then we were maybe going to go to Hello High, the tiki bar that we went to last year that had pizza and whatever. They were closed already. So then Trond has a bright idea to just sneak him back in the back door through the alley. And then they disappeared, and I didn't hear anything from them. So anything else that happened is going to be coming from Trond.
So,
we just went home after that.
Yeah, I've had my fair share of being asked to leave a bar, or being told to leave a bar, or being physically removed from a bar. So when I asked like what happened, and I came out and Andy was standing up, I was like, oh, they didn't throw him out because he'd still be in the snowbank. They'd be calling the cops right now. So I said, oh, they just escorted him out. We can get him back in. So I escorted Andy back around to the back alley entrance to Pave, and we got upstairs. Or we got upstairs, and I think it was me, Andy, and Marissa that went around. And we were coming up, and I was like, "Okay, guys, here's what we got to do. Like, you got thrown out upstairs, up front, right? Okay, so we got to go outside real quick." And I went outside. They stayed inside, but I locked eye contact with one of the security guards. And I go outside, I turn around, I see the security guard do a 180 and just beeline on me, which good spider sense on that guy. It's yeah.
He knew he was dealing.
He'd been doing his job for a while. He could tell when somebody
had to run in with Bizarro Trond a time or two, I bet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And so anyways, I beeline outside. He follows me, so I just peel off to the first table of people that I see and start chatting up, and it turned out to be a bunch of teachers from Minnesota. So we started talking about school and talking about kids, and
that's actually funny. That's literally right up your alley.
And issues with dealing with difficult parents and classroom, management styles and stuff like that.
And for the listeners, these aren't crew; these are just complete strangers.
Complete strangers.
In case you've lost context here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So the security guard was like, well, clearly. Okay, he's got people. He's not going to be a problem. And then I ended up smoking a cigar with those people, and And then I think Andy and Marissa were still out there, and I think I gave them a cigar too. And I would say, like, I don't know how long we were there before they closed down. It wasn't much longer, maybe like another hour, if that, before it was last call. And then yeah, it was gone. I did notice I think did Big Anthony make it back in?
No,
'Cause-
Anthony left when I did.
okay, because like
He called his brother to come and get him.
okay, because he came out and he was like, "Oh, I'm outside," because when Andy got kicked out, Hannah came around and was like, Andy got kicked out. We got to like go outside. And so then I came back out. Yeah, I came down and I was like, oh, I can get him back in, no problem. We can all keep having fun, living easy, if you will. And then I did that without fully explaining my plan to everyone involved. So I do believe we lost a few people in that
Yes.
that
That's
exchange.
funny.
That just came outside. There was nobody there, and they were like, "Oh, I guess everybody left." And then
Yeah, because I mean, just like what Hannah said, like you guys went around back at 5, 10,
At
maybe.
least 10 minutes, and we didn't hear anything from you guys, so I was
Yeah,
like,
I
oh
wouldn't. I would have
god.
not stood in the snow for 10 minutes. I'd have been like,
yeah,
"Peace.
I was
See you in July, fuckers."
I was paving my cover story, so I couldn't text,
Mhm.
and I also completely forgot. So anyway,
That's really funny.
Did get confirmation as well. Marissa got Andy home safely, but he did make the Lyft driver pull over on the side of the road so he could get out and throw up.
Oh, rookie. Oh. He got so mad at me when I said he was 20 years old too. He did his dramatic fall on the ground, like literally fall out of the chair, and there was a lot of good book talk at Remedy too.
Mhm.
How did it get to where you can't read? Was that one and Andy just he was so
Anthony,
offended?
no,
Oh, Anthony said you couldn't.
Anthony, he's sitting next to me and he does one of these. He's like, "You can read?" And I'm
That's
like,
actually
"Hello,
really
okay,
funny.
thank you."
He's so nice. For that to come out of him is great. I think I heard that. I think I
And then
saw
he
that
asked
live.
me, he's like, "Well, how many books did you read last year?" And I was like, "I don't know, like 10." And he's like, "Wow, Google says average is 12, so only 10."
I'm
I
above
was like,
average.
"Okay, well, thanks for that." So
That
I
is
got to up
funny.
it for
Nerds.
next year. I know. I got to up it for next year.
Let's see. So everyone, the travel home kind of glazed over that. Everyone made it home. Everyone except Brad. I think Brad is still, waiting for his airport
In Minneapolis,
airplane.
yeah.
I think he's actually in Jamaica now, but I think Brad got the worst of it. I had a 6 hour delay, but I think his was
he just
significantly worse.
combined his connecting flights while in Minneapolis and was like, "Forget it, I'm not making it home. I'm just going to stay here for another couple of days and go straight to Jamaica."
Wife
wear-
meets him in
Might as well.
Minneapolis and they leave from there.
I'm just gonna wear a parka in Jamaica.
So I think we can start wrapping this up shortly. I do have a quick you and you we're going to do, but before that, I just want to touch base on. So we're not going to go into any details, but remember back to the Mount Rushmore episode where the Tommy and I think it was specifically Tommy kind of went on how they have this really big cool thing in the works. So we didn't really get to hear. We all kind of heard very very small tidbits about that. But let's put it this, like to put it bluntly, like they're very excited about something coming out in the future, and it is going to be something that's going to be very beneficial for a lot of people potentially. And it's
You're
just something
not gonna
they're
tell us, are you?
no, I don't know. Like I know a little bit more than some other people, but not by much. This is their news to spoil. It's just more of a way to help kind of push the momentum because I want them to build this up a little bit. So there is legitimately like we're not just blowing smoke. There is something coming down the pipeline that is going to be something that you have to like be like, oh damn, this is a thing we have to do now or buy. I'm not really
Gonna
sure.
change the game.
It is going to be I heard revolutionary. I heard game changer. I heard other people are going to say, oh, fuck. So that's all we're really going to touch on that. No details. Some of us got a little more details than that, but not by much. So you're not missing out on too much more. But if you do want to hear cool shit like that, you got to come to Crü Falls, guys. Like half this episode is a sales pitch to get more of you to come out next year. Lift Hard Live Easy is fun. This is just different. Like I think I even said it. I kind of ranked them, but I edge out Crü Falls edges out Lift Hard Live Easy for me personally, just because it's a chill weekend. It's harder for me to be chill at Lift Hard Live Easy because we're trying to compete, and then there's like that whole anxiety for me, and I can't just like turn that off. Not having to compete at Lift Hard Live Easy, and I can just like be a dude hanging out with dudes and not like having my inner mind racing because I have to compete. Like it's just such a more enjoyable weekend for me personally. That might not be for everybody, but for me, Crü Falls is fucking S tier, and Lift Hard Live Easy is just just to see hair below it. So
Feel that.
weird. Good deal. All right. just so we're not going for hours and hours. I'm gonna do a quick you for everybody. So anyone not familiar with the game, does anyone volunteer to explain the game to our listeners? Brandon, you know how to play.
Yeah.
You're
So
still sober. Let him
yeah,
know. Bye, Jake.
Big Keith's going to give you all a series
Asshole.
of topics, and probably one topic per person, I would assume.
Yes, yeah,
Keith.
yeah. We're gonna do
And you're going to determine if they are unpaid as not good in your opinion, or underrated as not good enough in your opinion. And you have your druthers to explain why or why not.
Good deal. Perfect. Big Hannah, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Unpaid or underrated? Consuming glizzies.
Underrated. I don't think people suck enough dogs down per year or at any given event. I do say maybe check the temp of it before you absolutely slam it down your gullet. I still think I've got a burn mark on my uvula from that first dog at Remedy there. But overall, definitely underrated. People need more dogs.
Love it. And I loved how like there was like it was some like OnlyFans shit going on of like 4 people videotaping you like
There was
eating the hot
every
dog.
POV
And I'm
you
just
could
sitting next
imagine.
to you, and
Yeah,
I'm
like
am I gonna get famous off of this video?
it was a
Like,
cinematic production, I think, me taking down that first dog.
I'm implying there were more later.
Yes.
Okay. So,
You can't stop at one.
nope. All right.
That's what she said.
Yep. Big. I mean, I know some of these we've already hit on, so I don't on the fly. I'm not going to change your thing. So even though we hit on it, we're still going to get. I'm not. I don't have enough fucking energy to change something on the fly. So big Trond, unpaid or underrated. Paul Floss.
That man is unpaid.
That's fair.
I may or may not have started the boo chant when he won. I may or may not have single-handedly initiated the smear campaign of Paul Floss being the villain. But I stand by whoever did it because no man can be that likable
He is a genuinely
and
good dude.
and also that successful without having some skeletons in his closet.
Good looking guy too.
Yeah.
All right, Big Lou, you ready?
Well, we're about to find out.
Unpaid or underrated? This was fan submitted, friend submitted from some of the homies
boy.
here tonight, even I believe. Shots of rumplements.
Underrated. I am not afraid to admit that. I've told some people that I enjoy rumplements, and I've gotten a lot of dirty looks from it. It's kind of to me, it's on the lines of taking a straight shot of tequila. If anybody is too much of a sissy to take one of those, then we got some work to do. I can say that much. I am a fan of rumplements.
Big Debo, unpaid or underrated, being the DD for the weekend.
Underrated, actually. I was coherent for all of the shenanigans, and I mean, I had a blast, and it was a good time. I know you guys kept apologizing when we were leaving. I'm like, it's not I said it was okay. It's like it's not a big deal. So I had a blast, and I would do it again every single time if I had to. It's not a problem for me.
Nice. We're definitely going to run that Airbnb back if obviously if Crü Falls happens again, and we can hopefully Jake has that saved in his Airbnb profile so we know which one it is, because that was the perfect price, the perfect location, the perfect group of 4 dudes. It was meant to be. The only thing I would make with change is I would probably just book the fucking lift and let you sleep in, because I did feel like a dick about that, and then we probably would have not been as I would have would have been able to keep you out a little later the night before too, but knowing that. Yep.
I was going to say, I just want to throw out, like, I know we talk about drinking a lot and all that kind of stuff, but there's not a single crew member that cares whether you're drinking alcohol, whether you're drinking non-alcohol.
Very true.
Yeah,
like
100%.
water, whatever. Like, hey, like if you're having fun, we're having fun. And so if anybody that's like, that doesn't drink is like, well, I just don't want to go to a booze party or anything like that. Big Debo can attest, you can still have fun with the crew if you're not drinking, and some of them are, and some of them aren't, and some are drinking more than others, and all that stuff. It's we just all want to have fun. As long as you're having fun, we're having fun. we're all having a good time. So yeah,
Absolutely.
there's no pressure or judgment or anything like that. So yeah, like don't let that hold you back from coming and having a great experience.
Yeah, you're not missing out. Like we elaborated on some of the drinking stories just because they were somewhere the funny shit comes out. But Crü Falls at its heart is, it's Tommy's on Friday night. It's the Los at the, in the morning on Saturday. It's the breakfast. It's Remedy, and a lot of people peel off after Remedy. So Lux is essentially Lux and whatever, or Lucky's and whatever happens after Lucky's is all bonus. Big Brandon, last one here, unpaid or underrated. Incidental mustache spitting.
Oh man, we got to weigh our options here. No, that's totally underrated. And I think every time I greet you from now on, I'm just gonna just immediately just right in your face. Just because I think that it was weird when you like opened your mouth.
Everyone
you
should
caught it in
greet
your
me that
mouth.
way.
I did. It was like
Yeah.
this was like the last like half hour we were there, and we were both pretty. You were really tuned up. I was a little tuned up, and you just start talking, and the next thing I know, I'm getting spit in my mouth from like a foot away, or actually, it wasn't even that close, but yeah, it was.
You're like, did you eat the steak sandwich tonight? I was like, I did, yeah.
All right, so that wraps that up. I'm gonna do a rapid fire get out of here because I accidentally set a countdown to this, and I don't know if it's gonna kick us off. So if we get kicked off in 2 minutes, it is what it is. But if not, it will just keep going. But for the most part, affiliates here: Home Gym Con, Freedom Fitness Equipment, and Strength Co. Apparel. Code Unpaid will save you a little bit of money at all those. And the one I really want to hit on is Barbell Rescue. Recently, we've had some competition in the affiliate game here, but deep down, if you're a crew and you love this podcast, Barbell Rescue, unpaid, the only code you need to use. Keep getting Nate that speedboat. Some other people might have got that affiliate in their own website lately, but save a little bit for the little guys. So anytime you're buying that Barbell Rescue brush, code unpaid. Let's see. Big Hannah, where are they gonna find you at?
You can technically find me on Instagram at h.bowling or on Discord with Big Mana.
Debo, where you at, buddy?
I'm on Instagram at Coach Debo and on the Discord as Big Debo.
Nice. Big Lou, where you at?
You can find me on Instagram at Lou Nutter. Keep it nice and simple for you. I think I'm Big Lou on Instagram, or not Instagram, Discord.
Yeah.
I try and keep it pretty consistent with either Lou Nutter or Big Lou on everything.
You should be
Make it
Big
nice
Nut.
and easy for you. Nah, that's my oldest brother.
Big Brandon, where are they gonna find you at?
O'Doyle Basement Lifts. That's O'Doyle_basement_lifts on Instagram. Yeah.
And Big Trond, where can Hogan find you at so you can finally submit this fucking card for him?
Well, if you want to find me, you're gonna have to join the Discord because that's pretty much the only thing I ever check. So, Big Tron on Discord, pay the $3, best $3 a month you'll ever spend in your life.
Absolutely. We have an Instagram, Unpaid Underrated Podcast. We got the website, unpaidinternpodcast.com. There is a YouTube. Nate's got that Strongman scoreboard, all that good stuff. We'll be using that this summer. I am Keith Honeycutt 73. More importantly, go follow my Orange Gem than a wine cellar. Until then, we'll see you next Tuesday.
I was gonna say I did have to corral Andy in the 1 block walk to the alley. I had to corral him a couple of times to get him out on the street, to get him to follow me, get him under control. Like, hey, you gotta be cool to get into the bar, all right?
Like, stop being an asshole.
But I'm also well versed in being a drunk.
Youngins and their shenanigans.
Youngins and their shenanigans and getting them snap back into like, hey, just focus. Hey, focus. 15 seconds in the door, act cool, we'll be in. Done.
Just don't blame me. I may have given a couple shots of Fireball. That was not my fault. That was on his bucket. You're welcome, but also I'm.
He was fine. He made it. Well, the great thing was like after I got done talking to all those teachers from Minnesota, and it was like a whole table of teachers because our education system is broken and they all need to drink, which yes, they do. But anyways, I turn around from that table, which I actually shared more cigars with them, I think, than I did with Crü. And I saw Annie and Marissa were over there chatting and came over and I gave them some cigars and all that stuff. But he made it all the way till last call. walked out the front door. They completely forgot that they had kicked him out. So
Oh, that's good. Oh, so I think I missed that. So he did get back in. Then I know you got back in, obviously. So
yeah,
he managed to.
I made sure to get him back in with me. I wasn't gonna.
Oh, and then that's when you.
I wasn't
peeled
gonna
off
just
from
like
him.
bail
I
on
get
him.
it.
Like,
Sorry,
well,
kid.
sorry, I tried. Better luck next time. Enjoy the alley.